Hey, Ginger. Good to see you. And Spark of Thought, good to see you as well. Day's been going great. We went out for a nice bike ride today. And I got back, I got some chores done, got the lawn mowed and whatnot. Had a tasty lunch, ate some watermelon. Got the groceries done, because tomorrow's a holiday where I live. And now it's time to stream. So all things considered, pretty good day. Now we can make it worse by playing Noita'd. So let's jump in here and see what happens. I've been doing a little bit more like what the heck is happening research to try and have an understanding of what is going on with some of the way the spells interact, and I think I understand a little bit better how some of the custom wand making interacts with itself. I don't know if it's going to make a significant difference in-game, but at least I will feel like I know more about what's going on. So, that's just a little benefit for me. Oh, hello. We will see if it actually makes a difference in gameplay once we actually get in here. So, yeah. Yesterday you tried setting the vote delay to 10 seconds and the vote duration to 20 seconds? That is too much chaos! That is so much chaos. We have another wand in the bottom right there. Our first wand actually here is pretty good. We got a decent rate of fire on the spark bolts here. I can't really complain about that. Might actually be able to get some work done with this. I love this gust of wind spell. I don't think it's good for anything, but I really like it. It's probably good if you have like a thrown physics object spell, because then you... Oh, eggs. Alright, I'll take that. We have electric eggs now. What I was about to say is, then it'll give some extra momentum to your launched projectile. So that is probably pretty good. But most of the time, I find it hard to see what another new wand, what the point would be. Because I love it, it's very funny, but most of the time it doesn't get used. I don't think I actually want this. Dropper bolt is pretty damaging, but it is very heavy. This wand is decent though, it's a non-spreading one right off the start, so I guess we'll hold on to it and see what we want to do with it from there. I doubt we're going to wind up keeping it very long at all, but it's fractionally better than the Gust of Wind wand, because as much as I like Gust of Wind, like I was just saying, it doesn't do much. There's a health upgrade there. I guess we'll bomb our way into that then. Oh, those poor little hammies. Being cooked alive. Delicious. Alright. That's a nice little pile of gold and a nice little health up to start us off on this run, so thank you very much, game. I appreciate your generosity. What else can we do on our first area here to set us up for success? I don't know if there's a whole lot else we really are looking for. Not setting ourselves on fire would be a great start, though. So, there's a couple of things we're trying to do. Our main objective for today's stream is to just at least try and actually get to the tower on stream. I've talked about it a bunch of times as being an objective, and we've never made it there. So, that would be a nice thing if we can make that happen for a change. That was not the one I was trying to cast there. That was the one I was trying to cast there. See, the dropper bolts are very heavy. They basically immediately go into the floor. So they're pretty destructive, and you can use them to dig downwards, but this is a much better digging wand, I would say. Let's get rid of the eggs wand, even though you so generously gifted it to me, because now we have some black holes in our repertoire if we need to do any fancy digging. There's another health up. Wow, the first area is being very generous to us. I guess it understood what I'm trying to accomplish today. It'll wait until we get further in to murder us so that it hurts more. Alright, let's scoot around here a little bit. If we can get a bit more cash, we'll be in a good spot. We are probably unlikely to find a more valuable wand that we want to hold on to at this point. We can probably drop our bomb wand soon, because it's going to be outclassed by our black hole in most scenarios. But until we find something else that's worth picking up, I might as well hold on to it. Lots of Hamis over here. There is a technically definitely better strat than what I'm doing for dealing with these little guys in the early stages. If you pick up a physics object and throw it at enemies to kill them, the game will sometimes consider it a accidental kill or an environmental kill, and that will give you double the gold. I think it's a flat double. It might just be an extra gold. Oh, that's a bad effect. It's a bad effect in this tiny space in particular. And so close to the holy mountain. Ah, I'm dead. Yeah, transmutation is a super mean effect. Alright, well, we had a really cool looking start there, but back we go. New game it is. Oh, hello, chest. What's in here? A pile of starting gold, we'll take it. Yeah, transmutation is really tough early when you have no health to spare, so you can't really absorb damage from a really bad luck spot of acid like that. So it goes, though. We'll get back at it again, see if we can find something else interesting. So one of the things that I noticed recently is that the design of the wands you find is supposed to give you some information about what they can do. So like if they have multiple prongs, that usually means that they're multicasts. If they have a gem in the middle, that usually means that there are no shuffles. I've noticed some of these effects before. The longer they are, the more capacity they have, for example. And that's generally been true in my experience. So we'll see what happens as we get a little bit further in, if we can intuit anything about the wands that we're finding before we actually have to pick them up. It could be interesting to see if we can correctly guess the wand's properties based on the look of them. For now, though, we have another pretty decent starting wand again. We have Chaotic Polymorphine as our potion, which is bad news. We're going to want to dump that pretty fast. There's another life up in there, though, which is, again, very nice to get this early. Everyone is berserk. Well, that should be better for us than it is for the enemies at this point, because generally... Oh, I'm on fire, and like I said earlier, I do not have a way to deal with that. We can chaotic polymorphine ourselves, but it might just kill us because we are currently on fire. Let's come up here, grab the health up, just gun this guy down. There we go. I'd hope to get a little bit of stain on us to put the fire out. We're not going to be able to get all of the loot out of these guys, because it's going to be gross in there, but at least we are no longer burning to death. That took a ton of our health off us. We really need to replace our starting potion with something we can actually use to douse flames with. You enjoy trying to guess the stats before you pick up the wands too? Yeah, I mean, you can... There is enough information to make some reasonable estimates. Not everything is going to be clearly obvious, but there's at least some bits and pieces you can use, so... We'll see. We'll see if we can make any decent guesses. The early game wands, though, like this, are all going to be pretty junk regardless of what we find, so I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot more to say about them. But, we'll see. The real problem here is not having any water. We got a wand and a big pool of toxic goo, but with no fluids we can use to purify it. We're gonna have to search around until we find something. I imagine it won't take us too long to find any water in the cave, but you never know what you'll find when you start looking, so we're gonna have to just take a look. Here it is. Alright. So let's make sure this guy doesn't kill us. Thank you. And this guy doesn't kill us. Thank you. We don't want enemies wherever we pour our chaotic polymorphine, because polymorphine is generally going to cause us more trouble if the enemies get their hands on it. I think I'd rather have this wand than either of these, so I'll just swap it for that one for now. Having an electric field can be nice for trying to manipulate some of the weird little puzzles you can find elsewhere, but for now I think it's just going to be better for us to dump the one I'm the least likely to use. Once we pour out all of this polymorphine, we can go get some water, and then we won't get murdered by a single flame anymore, so that'll be nice. Fill up that water flask. Nice. Alright, now we should be a little bit less vulnerable, and we can go back and pick up that wand in the toxic sludge pool. We'll see if we can get any good effects on it. We are still pretty vulnerable at this point, being in the first floor with only 40 health. Nothing here does too much damage, but we don't have a whole lot of firepower either. So, hopefully we can clear out of here before things get too nasty. 2 wands side by side is pretty nice, but this makes me wonder if it's going to electrocute the water when I touch it. That's a really good wand. It's shuffle, but if we just put 3 of the same spell in it, we have a chance to do some serious damage with this thing. Let's swap out you, I guess? It was lightning! Thankfully it missed. Summon Stivari? Come on! Hey Flying Dread, good to see you. I'm glad you're able to catch a stream. Chat just spawned a boss that will absolutely murder the heck out of us. He's not really a boss, but he is absolutely a game ender for this level of the run. So if we see him, we will have to run away. We have a decent chance of being able to get away from him before he starts murdering us, as long as we have a little bit of cover. But I have no idea where he actually went, so we will take our chances once we see him. Okay, well that's a lot more oil pouring into here than I was expecting. We might have to wait a little bit for that to burn up. This wand, even if I may not be a huge fan of it, does give us a little bit of digging power. Not a lot, but some, because it fires these little slightly exploding orbs. So we may be able to get through some places if we need to with it. Oh yeah, Steve spawned, I just don't know where he is. I don't know where he went, but he is in here somewhere. There's a magic missile wand. I do like magic missile. It's also non-shuffle, but it's not that incredible. I think I'll swap it instead of the wind, because, as previously stated, I love wind, but it's not very good. The main thing we need right now is more gold. We have, well, we're almost at 600. We're probably good to just bail out of here. It would be better than finding Steve when we're not ready to fight him. Hey, Eisen. Yeah, exactly. I will be trying to avoid doing a lot of going back up the game in this one, since the whole point is we're trying to get to the tower and get out that way. So ideally, we shouldn't get ambushed by a surprise Steve later. But we will see. I'm not making any promises. I'm just as likely to forget that there's a Steve here later and come back and get murdered by him. So far, so good, though. We are at a very healthy place gold-wise. We got some good wands. I think the next step is just to leave before things get nasty. Alright, into the portal, please. Thank you. Might as well grab the heal, because I'm not planning on coming back up, like I said. What do we got? Well, before I check the wands, there's some interesting little bits and pieces in there, but before I really look at the wands, we gotta see what we have in the perks. More blood, greed, and unlimited spells. I love me some unlimited spells, so we're gonna take that one. What is in here? Do we have anything that's gonna make our wands better? Some teleport bolts. We have nothing super exciting. Giga saw blades everywhere. Okay, I guess I'm gonna not shoot anything for a minute, because otherwise we're gonna die. In here we just have bombs. Here we've got a couple of decent wands. We have another black hole. We also have a chain bolt. You said I've returned to YouTube? Yeah, I really enjoyed Grimrock. Listen, I enjoyed Vaporum, but I went back and watched an episode of Grimrock 2, and I was just like, oh man, this game was so good. Vaporum is like maybe comparable to Grimrock 1, but Grimrock 2 is a work of art. Alright, So, I was considering trying to move our actual cast wand from here over to this one. Because the recharge time cast delay stuff is just going to be better on this faster wand. Pop that in there. Your little ghosts gain the Giga Saw Blade effect. I mean, I'm not surprised. Everything is everything. Alright, we can cast now. That's pretty good. If we can get anything that's going to help us modify the cast delay or recharge time downwards, this wand will become a real machine gun. But for now, it is just quite good. For this is our no shuffler. I think we'll hold on to these two as our primary wands because the magic missiles are now actually good digging and damage. And this is a rapid fire weapon if we need something that can go a little quicker. These two are both kind of replaceable now. And I guess before we leave, we will try and buy this one. Having a teleport bolt can be good because we don't have a way to tweak our wands yet. So if we start finding a lot of cool stuff that I really want to be able to play with, having a wand that'll let us get back into here where we can edit will probably be nice. So let's take this and go see what we can do. I'm a healer butt meme, but with saw blades? Yeah, seriously. Alright. So we have our heavy weapon here in the form of our magic missile wand that can shoot infinite magic missiles because we now have infinite spells. And we have our rapid fire wand if we just need to be able to pummel a bunch of little things and need to not be worrying about missing. Because that is the problem with our magic missile wand right now. It is still pretty slow firing and slow refiring. As mentioned previously, if we want to grab some gold, we can just pummel our way through the walls because the gold is immune to the explosions, so it'll just fall out if we leave it behind. For now, though, we can cruise our way through here and see if there's anything interesting going on at the top of the coal mine. I'm pretty sure, since you asked Amatsuma, I'm pretty sure armed creature just gives any random creature a wand. Yes, a nearby creature gets a random wand. I think it has to be a creature that can hold a wand. Because not all of them have hands, but it gives a creature nearby a wand. So if we can find them, we can potentially steal it. But they might also try and murder us with it, so we'll have to wait and see. Okay, what's in here? We have 3 luminous drills. Well, talking about things that can reduce our cast delay and recharge time. Amazing. They're really expensive, because they're both luminous drills with timers, so they are going to cost a ton of mana, so we can't really use them to do much yet, but they will be very powerful later, most likely. Gotta keep an eye out for that creature with a wand. Oh! I think we found them. I think they immediately murdered themselves. Oh, really? How did they die? This is just a bubble wand. I think I'm gonna leave it, because it doesn't do a whole lot for us, but I don't know what killed them. Let's tunnel our way through the wall here and figure out what's in this wand holder. We'll just rapid fire these bees down because it's better than accidentally potentially missing. That one has some interesting potential, but I think we're gonna leave it. The no shuffle is cool, but has a really long recharge time, which is probably not gonna be super viable for us. Ah! Alright. That's a lot of lava from inside one single bee. We do have some badness over here. This might be the kind of enemy where it's better to actually switch to our punchier damage. As long as I don't miss too many shots, the magic missile will be a really good weapon. No worries, Amatsuma. Thanks for dropping by. I meant to stream a little earlier in the day today, but I forgot that since tomorrow's a holiday, I won't be able to do my grocery shopping then, so I had to go and do it now. So, I was originally planning to stream earlier, it just didn't, the stars didn't align to let that actually happen. So it goes. Alright. Hopefully we'll beat the tower this time. Listen, I have never beaten the tower, I just want to get there. The goal is to see the tower on stream. I've gone to the tower a couple of times in my own personal runs, but for the number of times I've had that as a goal for the stream and not even seen it, it would be nice if we could get there. So far, I'm not seeing anything particularly exciting in this part of the mine, though. What days do I usually stream? I don't really have a fixed schedule right now because it is kind of dependent on whatever else is going on for me, but I usually try and stream either Monday or Tuesday, either Thursday or Friday, and usually Saturday. So my goal is to make sure there are always 2 to 3 streams in a week, and those are the days that I usually have at least one of covered. Sometimes, like this week, it's a little bit different. Normally I have a D&D game that I run on Sundays, so I usually don't have time. I can't hit this guy at all. Usually I don't have time to stream on Sundays because I'm either prepping for D&D or, you know, doing other stuff before D&D, and then D&D takes that time. And I think this week I also streamed Monday and Tuesday because I was just feeling it. I wanted to play more of La Mulana, which we will be going back to after this in future, but just not right now. So it makes it hard for me to be super specific about what days I'm going to be streaming on consistently, but that's sort of a general gist of how I try and organize it. We don't really have a big need for this. Having a bifurcated might help us set up some fancy stuff later, but right now I think we're probably good to just roll onwards. We're still a little light on gold at this point. We're doing okay with 600 gold in pocket, but like... Ow! Those shotgunners, I swear, are just incredibly good at sniping me directly. I am incapable of avoiding their shots most of the time. So, yeah. We'll see that continue to happen. Thanks for the bits, Ellie. What is contributing to this restart of streaming? Nothing. I had just been meaning to do it for a while, and I hadn't done it. So, someone... I don't remember how the conversation came up. But I think someone asked why I wasn't streaming, and my answer was just... I don't know. I guess I will. so I did. YouTube's a little bit of a different question for like actual YouTube content, and streaming more is making me think about YouTube again, which is a dangerous path for my brain to go down, for my own like sanity and free time. But that's really all it was. I have some big things I'd love to do with YouTube that are much more complicated, and because they take a bit more prep time, they're easier for my procrastination to step in and stop me from doing them. But when I was telling people about that, I was talking about how streaming was a lot easier for me to get into because you just literally start doing it. Like, you turn it on and you go. And whether or not it's perfectly polished is not part of the equation. So it's easier to get into with less opportunity to talk yourself out of it, but we will see what goes from there. Hey, Nihil. Good to see you. What is this? That's lightning bolts. Lightning bolts are fun, but they're not safe, especially not with quadruple scatter spell on there. We might swing up to the top and dump those, what are they called? Luminous drills out? Is that Sea of Random? Uh-oh. Okay. I hope I don't need to go back down that way, because it's all lava now. Let's, oh great, this is a dead end. I guess we're gonna spend a little bit of time tunneling, because down there is now all on lava. The problem with the lightning bolts that makes them really unsafe is that the lightning damage itself is an explosion. So in order to be totally safe from it, you need lightning immunity and explosion immunity. But lightning is really fun to use. It's just not a good idea. The other problem with that particular wand is while it is a lightning and scatter weapon, it's not always going to be it because it has a random distribution on the shuffle. So sometimes you're going to fire it and it's going to shoot 1 lightning bolt, and then sometimes it's going to shoot 4. And if you're not ready for those multicasts, you're going to be in trouble. We're losing all our health. We probably just need to get out of here. I'd love to go save those luminous drills and go pick up some more juice for us, but at this point it is probably going to be safer for me to just go to the next floor and stay alive. So I think that's what we're going to do. Not the most exciting course of action, but the being alive one is going to keep us in the run, which is going to make the likelihood of being able to make something else cool happen later much higher. The other fun thing about lightning is lightning also really messes with robots. So if you're in the early game and don't have a good weapon against them, magic missiles are quite a good weapon against them, then that also helps quite a bit. Damage type specifics, you still explode yourself with lightning immunity out of greed. Yeah. It's just so much fun to hit things with lightning bolts, even if you know it's a bad idea. Alright, let's get out of here before anything bad happens to us and we die. Exactly, Optical. Can't see the tower if you're not alive. My thoughts exactly. What is this? We got a couple bolts of triggers, couple rocks, multicast, couple bits and pieces. Nothing super exciting in here. 0 Castellet is fun, but we have nothing to really help use that yet. Because, as we said earlier, we have these 3 luminous drills, which might let us do some real shenanigans later, but right now it has a pretty core problem, which is just it costs so much mana. So nothing we have can actually manage to hold on to casting it. I think we just roll on like this. We have our heavier weapon, we have our lighter weapon, we have a teleport, and we have a spare wand we can dump if we want to. Uh-oh. I hope no one comes in to visit me in here. What's our item on the perk table? Projectile duplication can be some extra nice damage, but vulnerability to projectile damage is not so fun. Projectile repulsion field is a bit of a weird one, and faster projectiles is usually just pretty good. We could re-roll it, but we have very little money. I'm just gonna go for faster projectiles right now. It'll make our magic missiles drop off less, so it'll make it easier to hit something that's directly in front of me, so that'll be nice. Let's get into the ice. Like that. If we can actually fire straight at our targets, it's easier to make sure they explode. The Castellet on this wand is still pretty bad, though. Pretty hazardous to use, and I just got stuck in the ice. There we go. Fun fact, when you choose one of the 3 perks, the altar spawns a bit of blood. Yeah. Yeah, that is a weird thing that it does. It looks like there's a lightning friend in here, but I no longer see them. So that's a little bit worrying. It might have been an exploding generator, though. Nope, there's the diamonds. There was a lightning person out here. So this is an interesting shape. I'm guessing this is going to have pretty good capacity, because it's pretty long. Oh, I missed. Probably single cast, because it doesn't have multiple prongs at the top. I don't know what the side prongs mean. Let's go look at it and see what it has. Big capacity, it is shuffle, it's only single cast. I still don't know how to interpret this. It has a ton of mana charge. And it's got a bunch of missiles, so we'll take that and hold on to it. I don't know if we're going to use it, but if we want to fire missiles at our friends, we can. Ah! That was a bad person to turn the corner into. Yes, the appearances of wands do infer information about their effects. It's not 100% readable, like you can't necessarily tell exactly what a wand is going to do from it, but it does have information inside the wand's appearance. We've seen it a couple of times where it's been a little bit more obvious, But most... Ah! I might be dead. I thought the lightning was just a permanent effect on the bottom. It looks like it was an enemy flying around. Let's just shoot one of those over there and leave. Do not want to be messing with that right now, thank you very much. This guy's behind cover, but he won't be behind cover for long if we blow up the cover. There's an environmental kill for you. Oh, that's really bad. I think my faster projectiles might actually still let me shoot guys with the spark bolts, though, yeah. They will eventually turn around. But it means that our magic missiles are basically going to suicide. Blow us up. Am I familiar? What visual indicators translate into shuffle, no shuffle? I think it is a gem in the core of the, like a little, a shape in the handle of the wand. I haven't seen enough of them to be able to tell for sure, because, like, if I look at this one is no shuffle. It has a little shape here in the handle. So does this one, has that little plus shape in the handle. But I haven't seen enough wands to know for sure if that's actually what it is. So, we will see if we can get a bit more context to confirm or deny whether or not that's right. There's worm blood here. So that's not so good. There's a sniper down there, which is also bad for us. I'm just gonna leave that pit alone for now. It's dangerous down there. And that is going to be a passage for us. It just isn't yet. Well, maybe I was wrong. It looks like a worm tore its way through here, though. Hence the worm blood. I love... This is just a little detail, but I love the way that the rats have no mouth until they start biting, and then they get a humongous mouth on them. Something about it just speaks to me on a very good level. I enjoy the sudden rat teeth that appear out of nowhere. Stop that. Alright, let's see if we can make something cool happen with this run. We've got unlimited spells, which is a very good, fun run enabler. Don't like that spell, though, so we're gonna leave that one alone. Do not get... I killed the sniper, but not before he was able to snipe me. Here I am saying, do not get sniped, as I immediately get sniped. It's fine. It's fine. It's... fine. We're coming at this from below now, which makes it a little bit less likely I'll get sniped without knowing where the sniper is. But not much better. We're getting a little low on health again, so maybe time that we have to push on and try and get out of this zone before death strikes us violently. We are now one shot from a sniper away from death. So we gotta be very careful now. Even one of these shotgun blasts can easily take us out. All of our wands leveled up, that's nice. This one looks about the same, but I'm sure some element of it that I can't immediately see is what's changed. Where can we go to get out of here alive? This is not the way that we go if you want to get out of here alive. Hey, Kitchen! You really enjoyed the Noita'd from yesterday, so you'll stick around? Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you have a good time with this, too. This is not what I wanted, though. This is a lot of guns. Whoa! Okay, suddenly this wand got good. I guess the effects of improved wand don't happen until you change wands. Let's just fire a couple of those in there. Alright. Ah, I'm still very close to death. So this is still very scary, because one bad shot on me can still wipe us out. Or a little bit of toxic sludge if I'm not careful. That was not the right wand. There we go. Okay. We gotta be careful of a lot of things. I was worried about the... Oh, that's just a bad place. There's a sniper down there. If the sniper sees us, we just die. So we're gonna try and go this way instead. And see if we can avoid going into Sniper Town. Because I do not like Sniper Town. Alright, let's see what's over here on our left. A lot of water with an item at the bottom. Well, we can tunnel our way through there, but shooting through water gets harder over time because your projectiles lose speed faster. I think what we really need to do is find some way to drain the water out of this place. You gotta be very careful though, because as you can see here, the water on the top here is starting to freeze, and we do not have explosive immunity. So if we get hit with anything nasty here, we're just dead. It looks like this is way deeper than I thought, so digging our way out of here might not be viable. But we can't go that way because one sniper will just instantly kill us. So... we'll have to see if we can go around, I guess. I want to go see what that wand is, and we might be able to get there in time if we have a clear shot to it. But the problem is that suffocation damage will also just immediately end our attempt. So, we gotta be a little bit careful before we just dive in there and get ourselves murdered. So, what do we get? Oh, regeneration field. Ooh, nice. I don't know exactly how the regeneration field works. It didn't heal us very much at all, but it did heal us some, which is nice. Alright, that is a not very good wand. We need to get out of here before we die. Ugh. We did start taking suffocation damage, but not enough to kill us. There's a chest over there. We can blow open most of this wall from this side, actually. That'll help drain the water a lot faster. Alright. Let's go see what's in the chest, and then we might be able to just push our way out of here. We have almost enough life to make it viable. Blow open the left side as well to really speed up the water drain. Gotta watch out for all these gunners, but thankfully they're shooting through the water instead of over it. Ah, it's just a spell recharge, unfortunately worthless to us. Alright, let's go do what we can here. We're pouring water into the rest of the world, so they might not like that, but let's try and not get sniped. Okay, we're leaving. It's fine, you don't have to snipe us, it's cool, we can leave. Alright, we're out. That was a really hostile exit, jeez. Hey, Gwen, good to see you. Ooh, we got some fancy stuff in here, but the problem is we still don't really have a good way to get enough mana to make these spells really viable. Yeah, if we didn't have that regeneration field, we'd have been toast. This is fun, because these are all now infinite cast as well, because of our infinite unlimited spells. I'm probably going to take the speed up out and the formation behind us out, though, because we do not want to be shooting rockets backwards. Let's go see what's over here. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, if we didn't have the regeneration, I would not have gone that way. We would have gone out. We would have gone to a different exit, because there was no chance we would have lived going through there on the 11 health that we had. But since we did get some healing, I felt like we could probably try it. Let's grab one reroll here. I want to buy one or two of those wands. I don't want to spend too much money, or two of the spells. Because I'd like to get at least a quad cast, so we can afford to spend a little bit more here. Let's reroll one more time. Bouncing, cordyceps, and kills to mana are not my favorite. Now, it really wants us to take extra health one off. We have no health yet to make it worthwhile. Let's just take no more knockback. It prevents us from being as likely to get annihilated by our environment, so that'll help. We'll grab quadruple spell. What just exploded? Did I... What just happened? Something just exploded and I don't know why. Weird. I want to try another spark bolt with double trigger too, because I want to see if we can make something fun happen with this. I've never actually used it before for anything real, but I think we could do some cool things with it and some of our like rockets, for example. If we have a non-shuffling wand that we put that into, we could do something like this, where we'll shoot a spark bolt and then 2 rockets come out of wherever it lands. So I don't know if we can afford that on this particular wand. Yeah, the recharge on it is still pretty slow. But this deals with the problem that we've had previously where rockets always spawn exactly where we are, and it makes it hard for us to manipulate what we want to do with them. I don't know if this is a good idea for a wand, but it's neat. Yeah, double trigger has a couple of modifiers compared to a regular one. It costs more mana, it has a little bit more damage, it has a little explosion effect on it. It does a bunch of different things. So let's dump the rest of these rockets in the pond here, because I need a little bit of space for a wand. The only problem with doing this is it means we don't have magic missile on a wand now, and not having magic missile might mean we have difficulty digging. So the real problem that we have with these is the mana drain. Our wands have very little mana charge speed, like basically this is the only one that has any. 244 is still not a lot of magic. First of all, I need to remove the extra teleport bolts so I don't wind up suddenly teleporting myself multiple times. Let's do a quick bit of science here. If we just do this on this wand, what does it look like? Yeah, nowhere near the kind of recharge time reduction that we'd need. So I'm just gonna go back and leave this on here. We'll deal with a little bit less digging for a floor, and we'll figure it out if we need to. This having rockets in it might also help us dig, so it's not good, but we'll give it a try and see if this is a fun weapon to use, because having it spawn 2 missiles should be fun. We got no money left, so let's get out of here. Actually, did I leave at least one? I did not. Teleport bolt goes back in here, thank you very much. And let's get out of here. I'm so bad at these teleports. If you land in here, you ruin your holy mountain, and I am very bad at warping out still. Ain't that just the way? Alright, well, time to test our new rocket launcher. The fun part is, if we hit someone directly, both rockets spawn in them. So that's cool. What is this? That's a whole bunch of quadruple casts. I would love to take this, go back up, and take those out, because what I meant to do earlier was put a quadruple cast in this wand. That's the one thing I wanted to do that I forgot. And since I didn't do it, we can't go back and do it now. So that sucks. There we go. The fun part about the missiles here is that even if we miss our original target, the missiles will still then home in. Ooh, ambrosia. Nice. So it makes it a really versatile weapon here. And even if the recharge is a little slow, it's still pretty punchy. So we should be able to make some stuff happen with this. Plus, it solves my big problem with missiles, which is that when you fire them directly at your feet, sometimes they turn around and just shoot straight into the floor behind you. Because their homing looks for the closest enemy, not necessarily the one you wanted them to fight. So now we don't have to worry about that so much, because they'll spawn at the end of our spark bolt, instead of right on our face. I probably should have not kept that Berserkium for so long. I don't really know why I decided that was a thing I needed to keep, because we don't have any water either. It would have been nice to refill our water flask before we came in here, but I was too distracted thinking about fun stuff we could do with our other equipment. It's fine. We'll make it work. There's a lot of tanks of problems here. Wow. I guess the exploding enemy kind of suffocated the cold air there, because it didn't really do what it normally does. We can be a little bit bullying here, because we have healing... Oh, hello. We have healing friends and a shield friend, so we don't need to be perfectly safe with all of our choices. Exactly, Eisenhonig. This is what I'm just saying. We can make bad life decisions because we have shields and heals. So, I don't have to be exclusively doing the safe things. But let's make our way down. Yeah, it would be nice to get the bar. Having some pheromones to get some health out of those guys would be real nice once we lose our healing ghosts. But for now, we've got what we've got. This is a fun little wand. I don't know if it's necessarily... I think it is. I was going to say, I don't know if it's necessarily better than the magic missile style weapon we had before, but this removes any issues with the projectile missing, because it basically goes in a straight line to where we point, and it fires out little homing shots, so if we miss, it can still kind of correct for us. Like that. Potions falling out of the air. Okay, okay. That's fine. We don't need to be in that one. Chaotic polymorphine is the run ender. There's a lot of goop in there. We are not going down there. Yeah, exactly. We could trick shot around corners. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with a weapon like this. Gotta be careful about that thing, though, because those turrets do seem to be able to turn around sometimes, and I don't know exactly what triggers it. They'll just rotate 180 degrees. And then they will railgun you, and we don't want that. So instead, I will just fire missiles at them from a distance and not worry about it. I should not have fired a rocket so close to this explosive box, but we're here to do bad choices as best we can. Come on, get out of that little hole. I can't shoot you in the hole. I can try, but I can't quite hit you in the hole. There we go. Oh, we're stuck. Wasting points because you have too many. Yeah, I think it's neat that they introduced a... Ooh, lighting down there. They introduced like an official channel points thing, because it was something a lot of people did through other tools. It's something I did through other tools, and I probably would say I still prefer the way that I was doing it before. This system, the fact that it's built in and everyone gets to use it is great for accessibility for the tool, but it doesn't let you do a lot of the cool stuff that a custom integration can do. So, I don't know. You somehow lost most of your progress in this game from building a new PC? That's sad. The nice thing is, if you know what you're doing, it doesn't take too long to get back into some of these parts of the game. If you've done some of the really crazy stuff, then I can't speak to that, because I haven't done any of that stuff, and I don't know how hard it is to reproduce. But I hear you on the distress of losing game progress after a lot of time. Okay. You can hook a bot to the channel point API? Yeah, interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. I just haven't really looked into it at all. Because I still have my old IRC bot. I don't know if it works anymore, but I still have it. So it might be good to try and reset that one day, even if I don't use it for all of the like mini-game functionality I had in there before. Speaking of the bar, we found one. Oh. There's a burning rocket. Whoa! Okay, well, we flooded the bar. Maybe that'll stop it from blowing up. Although I would not count on it doing that. That guy just looked that rocket straight in the eye and said, "Not today, thank you very much." Unfortunately, this is all whiskey, and it's all gonna burn up by the time we get over there. Yeah, the really big Hisi guys spawn enemies when they get damaged, so they do kind of clown car out of nowhere. Pop! On your last one, you need a perk glitch. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to stop reading that sentence in case it says anything about this. I hope you had a fun run, though. Alright. What is this wand going to do for us? Wow. That's a pretty good wand. It has triple casts instead of quadruple casts, but I'm okay with that. That's a pretty good wand, too. It has 2 prongs, which implies the 2 spells per cast. It has that space in the middle, which is no shuffle. And it's reasonably long, so it has a decent capacity. Kind of follows our previously discovered patterns. I'm going to pop that one in here. Mana charge speed is junk on it, but if we don't find any add manas, we're not going to be doing a whole lot with mana charge speed anyway. Alright. What else do we have around here? We got a bunch of Hisi hanging out in the walls. But otherwise, mostly things we can deal with. Don't go into the mines, though. It turns out that standing on a sea mine, while possible, is not advisable. Rarely a good idea. Yeah, there are other enemies that'll spawn enemies at you with their bullets too. Like they just, all their gun does is it teleports enemies at you. So there are lots of weird things in that vein in this game. It's an intuitive exploit to consider, but hard to imagine how to execute by yourself. Fair enough. Where can we go from here? This is all dead ends. We can tunnel through this, at least enough to get out. I don't know if it'll be good, but we can do it. Ooh. Do not come over to me, the missiles. You go in the other direction. Alright, looks like our awful juice zone here has calmed down a little bit. This is an interesting concoction. We have a lava puddle with a bunch of concentrated mana on top. Well, if you've ever wanted an excessive amount of mana, concentrated mana potions are the best way to get some. Barrel rain, uh-oh. Oh boy. Okay, we got off pretty lightly there. I was worried something was gonna fall in here and just instantly blow us up, but we are doing okay. I think only like 2 of those actually blew things up in the first place, so wow, I will take it. What is this? No, I will not take that. We have a water potion. I'm gonna chuck this one and take that new fresh one. Ooh, it's a 200% water potion, which means it shoots water really far. That must have been one that spawned from the potion rain earlier. I don't know if we can go down here. We can look. I don't know if it'll be safe, though. Ugh, this missile wand is fun. All this is Berserkium, so we're okay. Yeah, overfilled wands mean that they're more likely to spray the contents faster, and I think it also means they explode more violently if you drop them, because they're basically pressurized, exactly. These drills are fun. They're a little bit weird how they're designed, but I like that they exist. If you can electrocute them, because they have that little electric symbol on the side there, they will drill down below them until they run out of gas in the little gas chamber there. But unfortunately, the thing that makes it sad is they don't actually drill through the floor, they just activate the plasma beams that are underneath it. So the first thing it does when you turn it on is it eats the drill piece. It's just a little weird, but it's a cute idea. And I mean, it makes more sense than trying to move the entire terrain block. What type of wands do I prefer? Rapid fire or single shot? Well, I only learned how to make rapid fire wands recently. And, ow, that's the railgun I was talking about. I've been having a lot of fun with silly rapid-fire wands in the last little while, but prior to that point, all of my best runs were with really powerful single-shot weapons of various kinds. So, I would say, historically, it would be definitely single-shot, because I didn't know how to make the others work. Now, it's a little bit harder to say if I have a strong preference for one or the other. What I like is a fun wand. And I'm continuing to learn how to make more fun wands. I almost shot himself. I can't complain too much, I've done that too. But still. Okay, uh-oh. We're improving wands again, I see. The recharge time on this is still pretty long, probably because of all the rockets that I've got stuck in there. This thing should be even faster now. Not enough mana to fire it that way for long, but oh boy, it's fun. I had made a couple of machine gun-like wands early on that were nowhere near as powerful as the absolute shenanigans you can make, like this thing, when it's a full blast. But nothing so powerful without figuring out how they actually work. We are getting a little bit hemmed in here, so let's just beam that guy down. Alright, now we've refreshed all of our wands, so we can see if the fire rate on this is better. There's these weird little pods that get filled up with enemies every time, and I don't know why the generation does that. Like, there's a chest in there, but look how many guys there are! And often there isn't a chest in there. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a mimic. Just based on the fact that there's a chest in that room, and it normally is only full of enemies. There are a lot of friends over here. This is a dangerous place. We might need to start getting out of here. Because, if we take too many more hits, we're gonna be one shot away from death from more things. We're already kind of playing with fire with those railguns, as he's literally on fire. Ooh, that Heesy took the brunt of that attack for us. It was nice of him, but ouch. So I think we're gonna head back down again, and hopefully get out of here before we wind up dying and not getting to use our cool toys. Ow! That sniper dodged us exactly the way I was worried they might. Okay, let's not die to any of these friends. There's a cool broken wand over there, and we're heading towards the east wall, I think. So there's a fair chance that if we can make it over there, we'll be able to put our wand in the anvil. At least to see if it's worth holding on to. But for now, it's hard to say for sure because I'm not confident where we are. Let's just play it safe here a little bit. Grab that. There's another sniper. I don't like that at all. Please stop dodging my missiles. There we go. Oh, he's still hitting me around the corner. Hey, regeneration field. Lovely. Oh, that helps so much. Okay. We probably could have made it out of here alive without the regeneration field, but I'm not confident about that. Here's the wall. So, assuming we can avoid getting hit by anything before we get to the exit, we would know we would have made it out alive. But if we take 8 damage before we get there, then the regeneration field saved the run. What's over here? Just wall? Just wall. Yeah, I don't know exactly what determines how much the regeneration field actually heals. Is that an enemy or just a door? It's an enemy. Come on up then, friend. I don't want to blow you up in there. I want to use that room. Alright. Unfortunately, this exit is full of lava. So we will not be going out through here. It turns out that exit is non-viable. Get out of the way. They always seem to like throwing saw blades. What is this? That is a lot of freezing gaze attack. What else do we have on these ones now they've been modified again? A bunch more mana charge speed. That's now 2 spells per cast. These are pretty powerful wands now, unsurprisingly. I might have to reconsider using this one for something. And this one got improved as well. Yeah, I don't know if I can justify taking this. It's got a pretty decent set of stats, but compared to these things, it's hard to say. Like, I want those triple casts in particular. I don't need all the luminous drills, but I want the triple casts. And it's good. I just don't know if it's actually better. If it's a Circle of Vigor, it scales on max HP. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's get out of here. If you pick up a fresh wand, does it get previous improvements? No. Improvements are based... I can dig through dust with this, right. Improvements are applied at the moment that the improved wands thing is voted on, in the same way as weaken wands. The only way that it would apply if it wasn't in your inventory is if it was close enough to you at the time that the modifier was applied. Because it doesn't actually just apply to things that you're holding, it's like wands in the area are improved. So, it is possible to have a wand that you haven't picked up yet that has already been improved by an improved wands vote. It just isn't, like, if I have 5 improved wands that get voted in a whole run, picking up any new wand doesn't make it 5 times stronger. Ow, we were getting shot. Well, okay, that would have killed us. Now we know. We would have died at that point. I probably would have just dove for the exit if we hadn't been healed. But let's do that now. Before we die to something else. Oh, things are exploding all over the place back there. What do we have in here? We have a little teleport bolt, got a couple bits and pieces, a lot of teleports, and some of that. Nothing in there I'm super worried about. What we are going to do real quick is we're going to put the triple cast from this one... Well, it is shuffle still, isn't it? I was about to say, we put the triple cast in here, and that'll make it fire like crazy. But it'll only make it fire like crazy sometimes. Although it's hardly even noticeable compared to the normal speed at which it fires. The fun thing that you can do with this... they give you these target practice statues in here. So you can see the damage ticking up with the way that you have your wand set up currently. So we could take out this triple cast, for example, and see if it does to the damage. But you can see it's kind of the same. It's a little better. The problem is the mana cost, really. I'll put the triple cast wand back in there. Since it's already doing 2 spells per cast, though, it's already basically firing these alternating every frame. So adding this in only makes it 1 faster. Or sometimes it makes it a little bit faster, but then it goes back. So it's weird. It's weird. It'll try and find 3 casts to do. But it can do weird things. It might even be better if I put it here, but it's random, so it doesn't matter, actually. Is there anything else we want to make happen with this? I'll take the other triple cast out and the other faster spells out, because those could be fun. We already have faster projectiles, but I can still make them 2 times faster again. Triple cast will always wrap up to at least 3 spells. Yeah, the problem is just that, like, it doesn't actually make it much faster if it doesn't hit it. So it's still a little bit random, but it should be more damage overall than not. Do I want to do anything with this wand? It has very little mana charge, which is the big problem with it. It has a ton of max mana, but no recharge rate, so if we burn it all out, it'll take ages before we can actually fire it again. This one has a lot of mana. See ya, Dread. So we can almost certainly do something fun with this, but it has a little bit more of a recharge time problem. So if we take the teleport bolt out for a minute, can we put in one of these cast delay? Well, it's recharge time is the problem. We don't have a lot that actually reduces recharge time quickly. We have a bunch of silly components, but we don't have any of the recharge time reduction ones. Yeah. So it goes. Alright, this is probably not going to work for us just yet. It might work later, but not just yet, I don't think. Slow down. Oh, we are very slow now. Okay, let's go check our perks before I forget. Yeah, add mana would make it able to do much more silly things. I like this rocket wand too, though. Projectile repulsion sector, spontaneous generation, and wand radar. I don't really like any of these. But let's just take projectile repulsion sector. It gives us a little bit of defensive protection from whatever we're looking at. I don't think any of these wands are actually good enough to consider using, although that one is kind of crazy on both the core stats and the mana charge speed. The recharge time is the problem, though. We just still don't have any way to reduce recharge time without tanking our mana cost. So I think we're just going to have to leave it as it is. Can I do anything to make this wand better? No, because it has no capacity. Alright. Well, we'll leave it as is, then. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Gwen. We can use the red wand as a luminous drill wand. But the problem is, even 505 mana charge speed doesn't do anything when we put like 5 luminous drills in it, because each of these takes 30 mana drain. So if you have 4 of them in there, it's draining 120 mana a second, or a cast, and it only regenerates 500 mana a second. So if you're getting down to firing 60 frames in a second, you still have no mana instantly. So it doesn't really matter for our purposes once we get to that point. That's a big flower. It's not even physically there. But someone was over here because they got shot by our random laser fire. These guys are beefy, so I'm glad we have some missiles to help deal with them because they can take a lot of regular shots. If we had regular luminous drills, we would probably be able to do more with that, but since our luminous drills are luminous drills with timer, they have like 3 times the mana cost. I believe. I don't remember exactly, but I seem to recall that regular luminous drills only have a 10 mana cost. Alright, there's a lot going on in there. Let's not stand in that. Jeez, there's a lot going on right around here. There's a lot of teleportium down there, so we can't go down there anymore. Chests on both sides of us, though. That could be fun. We have a coup. This is an interesting little gravity modifier. I don't know if it's ever useful for anything, but it's uncommon, so I'll hold on to it. I guess there's an enemy up there. Those missiles had a mission. I don't see anything. Okay, hello. Well, that worm is gone. I don't know where he went, but he was not interested in staying here. I want to get in this wall, but I don't have a digging tool anymore. Not a good one, anyway. We can go down and deal with the worm later. But for now, it'll be good to at least check what's going on near us. Oh yeah, we could teleport through the gap in the wall. Thanks for the reminder, Gwen. I always forget how teleportation works. Actually, I don't know if I can teleport through that gap in the wall. Maybe my aim just sucks. But it seems like it is sturdy enough to stop us from doing it. Just a little too thin. Alright. It's fine. It's probably just a little bit of gold. Let's just spend what mana we have torching those bees. Unfortunately, we hit the goo on the ceiling, so that's going to now burn up entirely. I don't know why barren soil is so flammable, but it goes up like paper. Alright. Well, we've opened up a couple of options there of other paths, so that's something. This is the problem of missing these rockets, though. The homing isn't quite good enough to hit something that you just missed. Yeah, that's true, Gwen. I don't know if that would be better for my purposes. Hey, free health up. But we could do that. We could put the luminous drill on the teleport so that it casts it at the end of the drill, which will let us put it through walls. Is that another health up in there? I only saw it for a second there with the flash, but I think there might have been another health up in that room. I want to stand on this thing, but apparently you can't do that. No, I don't see the health up anymore, so I don't know what I was looking at before, but it's gone now. Thankfully, these spiders are still weak to explosive damage, so we can just blast them in the face with our rockets. Like so. They make a lot of spider blood, though, which does slow us down a lot, so you'll be a little bit careful about that. Alright, back up to the top just to double check what that was that I saw up here. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was just a flash of the explosion that surprised me. Hello. That looks interesting. That's a lot of magic missiles with trigger. That's also weird. I don't think I've ever seen that little wooden altar before. Hopefully it survives long enough for us to go look at it. Oof. Well, we just fell out of the regeneration field, so that's sad. We got a bit of health out of it, at least. Spiders can destroy the terrain when they move, so keeping them between you doesn't actually help much. There's a bunch of gold up there that's melting. There we go. Our rockets do help tunnel when they know there's an enemy on the other side of the wall, because they want to kill whoever that was. What is this? Not much here. On average, triple cast will increase the fire rate from 1 per frame to about 2 and a bit per frame. An extra shot has a 15% crit chance instead of 5. Yeah, because it fires 3 at the same time, so the whole cluster gets the crit chance. That's a good call. What is this? Brass, grass, and soil. Weird. The pouches can have a lot of interesting powders in them, but I don't know what to do with that one. What is this? Concentrated light bounce. Makes the projectile release a bundle of concentrated light as it bounces. That's an always cast, so it'll do it all the time, so we may as well try it and see what it does. Hopefully this won't kill us. That's a scary thing. I'm gonna not cast that again. It was neat, but also very scary. Oh, that's the wrong wand. Gotta love teleporting into an enemy I'm trying to shoot a rocket at. Ow. What are you shooting me with that poison? That stuff's gross. I can't stand in this enough to wash the poison off. There we go. The nice thing is, the bigger the target is, the more likely it is that all the bombs will blow up when they hit them. As opposed to hitting those small targets and the rockets just appear on the other side of them or otherwise don't connect. The larger the target, the less likely that is going to happen. Well, the thing that I forgot, Nihil, with the wand that I just picked up with the bouncing effect, is it makes the bullets bounce. So we fired them, and they ricocheted everywhere. And they also left, like, laser lines behind, which isn't so bad, but the ricocheting is the real problem there. Because we're firing an ice explosion, which can murder us, and, I don't want to die from that. There are other things that I'm willing to die from. Dying from accidentally shooting myself with a freezing shot is not the one. Okay. Let's see what's down here. Ooh, maybe not. A sea of random is down there, and a bunch of spiders are gonna find out what it is. It was water. Turns out it was just water. Well, let's blow up all the spiders and try and get down there to pick up the gold before it all disappears. Stop chasing me. There we go. Just powder a couple spiders, and let's get down below. Oh boy! Game does not like that. A little too much liquid calculations going on in there. Could have had immortality. Oh, there's the worm! I wondered where you went. Stop destroying my holy mountain. The gods are gonna get mad at me, and I didn't even do anything. I didn't even create you. It was chat who created you. Stop destroying all my holy mountains. Sure. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good giant worm fighting tool yet. They're weak to fire damage and things that do set them on fire, but we don't really have any of that right now. Ooh, hello. I guess the crits are probably our best way of killing him right now. The only problem is the mana recharge speed means I can't keep firing that consistently. Gotta be ready for him to try and drop on us, too. Those worms do a lot of damage if they hit you directly. And that's a little dead end. We don't want to stand in that. Alright, he is toast. No health up for us, though, sadly. Can blender through him to create some more blood, but... I think at this point we're just gonna move on. Oh, never mind. There's no portal here anymore, of course. I'll have to go to a different one. Hello. Having a hard time hitting this guy, but that's fine. What's over here? So far, nothing we can't handle, but there's no one of those little pedestals. I guess I've just never noticed them before. Those spiders explode so dramatically when you kill them with explosive damage like that. Just bits of spider everywhere. Alright. This rocket wand is pretty cool. Gotta say. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh, game's struggling a little bit again. Something's moving. What do we have here? We have lifetime extension, drilling shot. Oh, healing ghosts. Nice. Magic missile. None of these are really that exciting. Mana to damage would be amazing if we could put it on this. Because I believe it would make this whole set. No, I don't think that's how that works. I think it would actually prevent these from firing, so it would spend all the mana on the spark bolt. Never mind. Alright, minute of damage is probably not that amazing. Let's go look over here and see what other options we've got. Rage Field Levitation, Levitation Trail, and Teleportitis. All of those kind of suck, so I'm gonna reroll. Fire Immunity, Telekinetic Kit, and Freeze Field. Let's take the Fire Immunity. Not catching ourselves on fire would be great. Now, is there anything in here we actually wanted? I don't think so. We could turn this wand into something very scary by just taking these out. So let me come over here and throw all these ice balls away. What happens if we do this? Just, you know, for curiosity's sake. The problem is, it looks like this always cast has a big delay on it. Not even necessarily a big delay, just a delay. If we do this, and then this, and then this, does that make a difference? Right. So this does make it cast faster, but the problem with this, and the reason why it's not doing the fun thing anymore, is that the always cast only happens on spells that are actually cast by the wand. And since this Luminous Drill timer casts everything else after it, it doesn't work that way. So I'd have to do something like this, and I don't really have a small spell for this, do I? I could put light on the end? Yeah, it's still not quite good enough, because these still add cast delay, so it doesn't counteract it in the same way that it otherwise might be able to. Whatever. It was an interesting little thing to play around with, but I don't think it's actually going to be good for us long term, so I'm just going to put it all back. Okay. So far, I think this is fine. Yeah, piercing is cool. The drilling shot effect actually makes it drill into ground, though. Piercing is the one that makes it go through enemies. That would be bad with this, because we actually want this to hit the enemies, so these spawn inside them. Magic missile that we have earlier could be good with that, but I don't know. I'm going to leave it with the way that it's set up right now. Being able to teleport through walls probably still isn't something I actually want. So let's... Good thing we're immune to fire, because fire trail would otherwise be causing... I am so bad at these teleport lines. You got a little, like, column that you can shoot the teleport out of here to be perfectly safe, and I hit the wall like 1 in 3 shots easily. So it goes. We still got this, and now it shoots fire, so that's cool too. Alright, now we're in the vault. Let's go make some friends in here. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. I think that means that the enemies can have ghosts. I don't remember for sure, but I think that's what that means. The enemies here are going to be a little tougher now. So, as you can see, our missiles are no longer killing everything in one shot. And it's going to get a little bit more hazardous as we keep going on. Thankfully, we do still have some alternatives if we need to punch a lot of damage into an enemy at once. That guy teleported into the wall. And something's making him heal, too, which is weird. Unfortunately, I just burned up all of my refire right there, so this isn't working very good for me at all. There we go. Please stop being alive. Why is he healing? Ow. I don't know why that was an immortal lightning dude. He should have been dead by then, I think. So I don't know why he wouldn't die. What happened there was his lightning exploded a propane tank that was behind us that I didn't see until after we blew up. So that's why we died. There was like a big propane tank right here behind this panel. So the lightning hit, electrocuted the ground, blew up the propane tank, and that's why the whole area filled with freezing air. The real mystery is why he was immortal. But I guess I won't know. Yeah, I don't have the replay turned on. I believe it's a mod that I don't have. But I know why we died that time. Alright, back up we go. Isn't the replay in the mods menu, though, Guruku? I thought that was where it was. Is it not? I don't know. I've never used it. I've only seen other people using it, and I just assumed it was through there. Alright, well, we got a goopy place. It was right there. I don't know what I'm looking for, so if you know where it is already, I don't know where it is. So it goes. That was a fun run, though. Let's see if we can go get something else happening. We're starting to get down further in the mountain, which is good, because that's where we have to be. But, not our finest actual battle for it. If we can get a couple of good ones at the start here, that'll help. General and replay recorder. Ooh, a drilling wand. This will be a very good drilling wand, too. Not an incredible one just yet, but compared to most of the spaces you get drills at the start of the game, should be much better. General and then replay recorder. Let's see. Ah. Interesting. Does it just, I'll turn it on and see what it does. Does it just save auto replay automatically when you die, or do you have to have already told it to record? Oh, there's a whole bunch of dead homies there. Do you have to have told it to record, otherwise it doesn't? It just captures the frame data up to 150 megabytes. That makes sense. So I guess it's just always remembering the last little while. I don't know what's about to happen. Uh-oh, sea of lava. Okay, bye, bud. He'll be fine. He's immune to fire. And rudely, also immune to lava because he bleeds it. But everything else down there is now firmly on fire. Let's just leave the area that we've just doomed here. F11 at any time will look at the buffer and dying stops recording. That makes sense. So you just press F11 after you die and you can see what is in the saved buffer. We'll give that a try next time it's relevant. We got frogs. I love the little frogs. They're so cute. And they want me dead. Ow. Took 20 points of frog damage already, which is not ideal. Yeah, exactly. Press 11 anytime to view it, but I'm really just planning to use it on our deaths, so that's why I asked. Cool to relive exactly how you screwed things up. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well we have a luminous drill wand, which is again timers, which is probably not that good. We have an actual drilling wand, which is surprisingly a little underwhelming. I thought it would be very powerful at this speed, but it takes a while to dig through the darker stone, so we might have to tweak it a little bit to make it really work for us. Looks like there's another wand up there we might be able to go find, though, and we're kind of low on slots to put wands into, so whether or not we actually... I am so good at flying right into enemy attacks. Whether or not we actually want to use another wand we find is another matter altogether, but it'll be worth looking around and see what we can do with it. I'm glad that our last run there actually got to use more of our unlimited spells abilities, though, so that was fun. I don't know if we can get up there. There's a lot of nastiness running around here. This might be a path through, though. Get over there. Now, these Molotov cocktail throwers are surprisingly not doing anything to us, which I will take. I can't tell if this is actually an open space. It looks like it is. Hard to be sure. We should be able to just tunnel through it with our digging wand, though, because if nothing else, digging wands are usually pretty good at digging through powders and wood. What is this? It's nothing. Alright, we'll leave it behind then. Okay, so far so good. Let's get down and out of here, I think. A little bit more gold would be nice, but the area to the right of us is all lava now, so... we'll see. Maybe the lava's poured out of most of it? Oh, good. We're pouring lava. Oil on lava. Oil on lava. Get away from that. the whole cloud on me was about to catch fire. Great. I don't know what happened here, but most of the lava seems to have poured out. I guess there were spaces on the sides. Slime potion, that's sad. I was hoping that was going to be a pheromone potion, which could have been quite helpful, but it is not that after all. Here's a bit more of that gold I was looking for, though, so I'll take it. I mean, it's true. Chat put together both parts of that trap. You gotta go, a couple things to do, including a rendition of Johnny Be Good for someone's birthday. We'll have fun. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, we're gonna have to probably bail out of this floor pretty soon, not because we're low on health, but just because there's unlikely to be a whole lot else for us here. He says as he finds a whole cloud full of homies. That's one of those places you really wish you had something you'd kick at them, because they're all in one place, so that'd make a lot of bonus points. There's a wand over there, it's worth going and checking. Not worth bothering to dig the gold in the walls. Well, the problem is our digging wand isn't really good enough for that yet. So, like, I can dig through the brownstone, but it's really annoying to dig through the black stone. So if we're trying to dig out all of the gold, it would take forever for questionable value. I think I will drop this wand, though. I really like All-Seeing Eye, and we have 2 digging tools as both of our other wands. So I think we're probably going to be fine on having ways to get around. All-Seeing Eye basically just reveals everything around you, and in a game where there's a lot of treasure chests and health ups and things hidden inside the walls, being able to see through them is surprisingly valuable. Or maybe unsurprisingly, if that makes sense to you, is why it would be good. Now that we have All-Seeing Eye, though, I'm a little bit more tempted to explore through here and see if there's anything else cool hiding anywhere interesting. Berserkium with a wand at the bottom. Don't mind if I do. Go for a little swim in here. That's a fine wand, but not particularly exciting, so we're gonna leave it there. That's full polymorphine, we don't like that. We don't like that at all. What's in here? That's another magic missile wand. I think we're probably fine to leave that one behind. We don't have anything that would make it particularly valuable for us, so we're just gonna keep rolling. Alright. Fill up on our Berserkium, because Berserkium makes your area of effect spells bigger. So as you can see, now we are drilling like an absolute monster. Berserkium is very fun for that. Oh, look at all those little guys! Oh, little Hamises. Oh, regeneration field, thank you. We're pretty low on health, but I will take the bonus... I mean, we have pretty low max health. But I will take the bonus healing, for sure. Alright, looks like there's probably not a whole lot else that's going to be super useful to us over here. We're at the eastern edge of the world. I did want to try one thing, though. I don't know if it is going to do anything, but I want to take this tablet with me for later. And we'll see if it does anything. Alright. I think we're good to just get out of this floor, so let's do that now. What do we have in here? We have a dual cast, another small teleport bolt. I can try and keep teleporting. I'm really bad at it, but I'll try. Let's grab the electricity immunity. It's unlikely to make a huge difference. Electric immunity is probably the weakest of the immunities, because not a lot of things specifically do lightning damage. But let's pull some of these luminous drills out, pull out the light on the double cast, and this wand is now probably something we can just throw away. It's not very good. The recharge time on it is pretty trash. And you know what? I am actually just gonna physically throw it away. Here you go. It can sit in the water with the fish. Other things in here... I don't know if there's anything else really exciting. I'll grab the double cast just in case we need it later, but I think that's really the only thing in here I want. I'm gonna leave the teleport bolt behind. I never went back up in the previous run anyway. That's probably more of a problem on my part than it is on anyone else's, but let's get in there and see what else we can find. Oh, hello. Please don't use anything dangerous in that. I don't know what it does, but I don't want you to show me. It'd be funny if it was just dynamite. Oh, it's just fire trail. Well, I mean, I'll take it. It's better than an empty wand slot, but only slightly. You can pick up a little bit of this gold here, because digging down into this rock is surprisingly easier than it is above. Alright. The electricity immunity is unlikely to do much for us here, but there are a couple of electricity-based puzzles in here that we might be able to do a little bit more easily now, so we'll see if we see any of them. Other than that, I think we're just gonna keep looking around. So far, this run doesn't have a whole lot running for it, but it does have some potential. Yeah, getting one shot by lightning does never feel good. That's true, Gwen. And it's almost always better to take an immunity than to not take one. Oh no. What have you done? We've polymorphed creatures. Alright, so any of the enemies that might be near here could be any enemy from anywhere in the game. If we're lucky, there were no creatures close to us to be affected. And maybe we will not die to one of the endgame monsters in the second area before we have a wand that does any damage. Not confident that'll be the case, but these guys look like they were out of range at least, so that's something. Ugh, I'm trying to dodge the acid, I'm just completely missing him. Alright. What is in this wand? 3 different energy orbs with timer, a pentagon formation, and a heavy spread. So these are just gonna fire randomly. I'm just gonna leave that behind, I think. It could be nice to take out the energy orbs with timer. They're very expensive mana-wise, but they still can be nice for being able to dig. But we actually just have a drill wand, so we might not need that. Get away from that, because that is vaporized toxic sludge, which is quite hazardous to your health to breathe in. Okay. It looks like we dodged having to fight any crazy polymorph friends, so that's something. So far, though, we're not getting a whole lot of action here with cool stuff we can use. I think we're gonna head west towards the fungal cavern, because even if it's dangerous for us to be in there, having access to the wands that are in there, I believe, are usually a little higher tier than the ones that are actually on this floor. So that may still wind up being useful to us. We just need to not die before we get there. Something's exploding a lot. Probably some gunpowder that caught fire, if I had to guess. We found our way to the bottom, so that's something. But we don't want to leave just yet. We want to try and get a little bit more out of this floor if we can. So we'll see what we can find. That is a lot of purple bats. Okay, so far so good. There's a big bat, though. That's gonna be a problem. Thankfully, it's poisoned. So that'll make it less likely to have as much health as they normally do. And the bomb killed them for us. Nice. The nice thing about having this spell is those little bats only take 2 shots each, so they're pretty predictable as how to take them down. Just a lot of stuff to avoid. What do we have over here? Another shotgunner. The shotgunners have incredible aim. And everything exploded. Okay. Okay. We're taking poison damage, so let's detox ourselves real quick. Thank you. The whole world just blew up. Oh, hey! You don't need to come after me, it's fine. I wasn't the one who did that to you, it happened to me too. Is there a way out over here? It looks like no, there's just a giant blast crater. There's a way out at the top, though. Okay. Boom is always so excessive. It just blows up everything. Amazing. It leaves those little, I don't know what the word is. Stratiations? That's not the right word. The lines of intact soil behind. Usually wherever it contacts specific materials. I don't know if it's gold for Boom, but it can make some fun spiky shapes left behind. Okay. We're still in it. We're still in it. Maybe not for much longer if we keep taking damage like that. Please wash off the toxic goo on me. Thank you. Okay, that was a bad choice. I knew it was a bad choice as soon as I started doing it, and then I immediately regretted it. I don't know why I thought kicking that barrel into an enemy who will shoot something that will detonate the barrel was likely to work. But it doesn't matter. As long as we don't die here, we've made it to the bottom so we can get out and leave. Before we do, we'll take a quick drill over to this wand here and see if there's anything good in that. Maybe a little bit of a slower drill than I'd hoped, because this stone is on the tougher side. But there could be something good in there. And it should be safe to get to, because we're in a little tunnel that we've dug ourselves. Ugh, this stuff is so slow to dig. Let's get into the nicer stuff. There we go. And what's up here? It is 2 plasma beams on... pretty fast wand, honestly. The problem with it is that it's shuffle. But plasma beams can be fun. They'll kill us. Like, almost guaranteed they'll kill us, but I'll take it. Alright, let's get out of here before we die. Moving right along. What is this? Giga black hole. I've cast this before, I think. That's a fun one. I'm not gonna take it, though, because it's a bad idea. We're gonna take explosive immunity. Enemies explode upon death, we gain immunity to explosions. Nice. Is there anything in here I actually do want? I don't think there is. Bomb rain. Okay, we're alive. We did just get explosive immunity, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered. But I still got afraid. Okay, let's jump in there. We are getting into the point where we really need a better weapon. So we may try and use these plasma beams and see if they can help us out here. I think the short answer is going to be no. But it might be better than nothing if all we otherwise have to fight with is these orbs. What we're really counting on is finding a good wand early here. It'll make a big difference to our likelihood of actually making it further into the run. What do we have? Hey, that's an add mana. That's something. We have an acid trail on here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's a non-shuffle 5 spell cast, so it casts the whole wand every time. It has a terrible recharge speed, so it's not actually any good. Yeah, the timer spells are also cool, so we're definitely taking this. I just don't know what I want to swap it for. Probably this or this. I guess I'll swap it for this one for now. Problem is, we have no way to actually do wand editing because we cannot go back into our holy mountain. So we are going to be holding on to that for a while if we want to keep it. And it makes fighting in the meantime scary because it means I just threw away the other thing that I thought I wanted to hold on to. Actually, I am curious about what exactly that wand will do if we cast it. Because it has a bunch of... like, it's supposed to cast all of its spells every shot, but a bunch of them are modifiers on timers, so I'm not sure exactly what it'll do. So let's just shoot it and find out. It takes us 1,000 years to reload. It does shoot once. Weird. Alright, well I don't know exactly what that's doing, but I'm going to not cast it anymore, because it is not helping us actually stay alive here. Okay. Can we get a better primary fire weapon here? That's what we're really looking for. There are other things that would be nice, but a new primary weapon is the thing we actually need. Or at least a wand that'll work better for one, so we can rush to the end and then power it up. That's the cave I've left into, so let's not go that way. I've gone too far to the right. I'll grab our free gold, and then we'll go back. Okay, what has this wand got in store for us? Hopefully there's something good here. We have a bunch more drills. I think this will wind up being basically the same as the wand we have now. It shoots 3 drills, so it'll shoot them on all 3 sides of us, which is kind of fun. But it's otherwise going to be basically the same. Like, I can take it out here and you'll see what I mean. It's going to shoot a couple of shots at the same time, and it freezes the ground where we shoot. But I don't know if I actually want that. I'm just going to put it back. Freeze charge does mean you can dig through weird things, though. That is true, because it freezes it before you dig. That's a good point. I don't know if we really want it, but... So the problem, the reason I'm not sure about it... it is about the same. I was about to say, I thought the individual... Words are hard. Individual cast time on it was going to be worse, but I think it's basically the same as it was before. It also means we can dig through water and things like that. Because as we approach it, it turns to ice. Which is kind of funny. So it is actually more versatile as a tool than the original version that we had before. Which is a good reason to keep it. Alright, let's make our way back over west here, because so far we have not found anything that's going to save our lives, but we have found a sniper down here. I don't know if he remembers us. He remembers us. I don't know if it's entirely true, but I get the impression that snipers have a hard time shooting you if you are above them. And I don't know if it's a matter of whether when you change sides they lose their shot on you or something, but they do seem to have a hard time following up on a shot if you're currently above them. Like, directly above them, though, not just at a slight angle, because that doesn't do it. Chat spawned a wand for me and I missed it? Oh no. Where was it? I was too busy looking around. I better go back and see if it was any good. Where'd the wand go? Oh, here it is. It is a decent wand, but not a great one. Probably not one I want to swap anything for. Good to know, though. Good to check. You'd hate to have a free wand just sitting there, not touch it, and then find out later that it had, I don't know, a bunch of ad manas and an incredible cast time. Such is random generation. It'd be interesting. I don't know if the wands that spawn from that chat action, if they're always like based on the tier of the floor that you're in, or what it uses to determine which ones it's going to actually show. Can I dig this? I guess not. I don't think I have anything else to dig it either. Because it would be interesting to see. It would be interesting to know. I can't see him because the panel for the voting. There we go, we got him. There's another one. It would be interesting to know if it will always try and make better wands when you're later in the game, or if it just kind of does its own thing and makes whatever it feels like. Gotta go rest, see you in the hill, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. So we have personal invisibility, but we actually don't right now because we're covered in water. And invisibility only works when you are not stained and not attacking. Since we are both attacking and stained, we will not turn invisible until one of those things stops. What? A little jerk of a hee-see. Ow! Alright, another wand, another chance at a decent weapon. No! Never mind, we're going west. Another sniper. Snipers, I think, are at their most common in this ice biome compared to later in the game, but we are still having such a hard time fighting them. Alright, punch a hole through here, and let's go see what else we can get. Gotta remember to keep using our all-seeing eyes. The all-seeing eye visibility is like a area of effect around where you cast it. So it doesn't give you permanent visibility, only where you are. Well, there's a path down there, but it just goes to the teleport, so that's probably not what we're actually looking to use. There's the invisibility. We stopped shooting and we stopped being coated in things, and now we're invisible. Let's try and take advantage of this to cover some ground. Nope, I immediately got wet. Never mind. Thankfully, we can drill through this pretty fast. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just a wand that shoots eggs. It's fine. We saw that wand, and we didn't want it. Because I believe there's nothing in the eggs, it's just eggs. Let's take a double check at this one. Well, actually, the reduced recharge could be nice, but I probably don't want to swap it for any of these. And just on its own, it doesn't do anything. With one add mana, this takes a lot of mana. So, could be a nice wand, probably just not one we want right now. If we had more space, we might go back for it, but we don't got space. Ooh, okay. Just dodge those shots, thank you very much. There's a weird, perfectly horizontal line cut here, which is strange. And the game was convinced there was a hollow egg there, but I couldn't see one, so that's also weird. It must have been buried in the snow. Here's that horizontal line again. It's like a worm path, but it's weird that it goes perfectly flat for so long. There are a lot of worm paths over here, so we may wind up running into a worm. If we're lucky, we'll find a dead worm that has already been killed and had a life up in it. But I don't know how likely that is. There's another wand for us. Come on. Whoop. Oh! We're shooting lava now. Okay. Yeah, before a plasma beam gets turned on, that would have been bad. This is also bad. Ow, I forgot about the lava trail. We're immune to explosions, we're not immune to lava. Or missiles. Or toxic sludge. Okay. There's another wand down here, which might be interesting. If I can stay alive long enough to get it, which is not gonna happen. We are gonna die. Let's run. Nope. That was so much. That was so much. Yeah, it's really hard to make it do if you can't get anything good happening. Back in again, let's see if we can get a wand that'll actually let us fight things. Because that makes a big difference. We had the pieces of maybe putting something together there, but not enough to actually make one work. And all those wands we found had valuable components in them, but overall they were pretty junk. So that's unfortunate. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We gotta get something going. We had probably our best shot at a run was our very first one where we got exploded immediately. But, if we can get a decent potential run going here again, we'll see what we can do. There's a nice life up, which is exactly the kind of nice start we're looking for. Some extra max healths at the start of the game can go a long way. Ow, that was an incredible throw. Alright. Pheromone potion, nice find. If we can get far enough to the point where we're in the Hisi base, we can put that to use to get us some extra healing. In order to do that, I need to not die before then, though, so let's try and make sure we don't have that happen. Yeah, I did have the save replay button there. I didn't bother pushing it because we knew exactly what killed us. We just tried to flee downwards into a place that was full of more death. So, I figured we had a pretty good vibe on what killed us. Also, I'm taking so much damage again already. But, let's see if we can salvage this. There's a lot of dead stuff in here. That is a very good wand. Not the best spell in it, but a very good wand to start with. And it is definitely better than our other starting wands, so that is pretty good. I think we're just gonna try and get out of here alive now. There is one more wand in there that we might go bother and check, so we have an empty slot still. And having more spell options is usually good. Plus, this is just a pool of toxic sludge, and we can detox that with a bit of water. There we go. It seems like these bullets give us a little bit of knockback. Not a ton, but just enough to keep us in the air a little bit longer, or to shove us backwards a little bit if we're not ready for it. What's in this wand? That is another very good wand. Is this one shuffle? Yeah, they're both shuffle, that's what I thought. Another very good wand, but the electric torch in that one, I don't think we're gonna bother taking it. Is it only 2? Well, that's 5 slots. These are both 5 slots. I guess we'll grab it. We just need to make sure we don't switch to it when we're in the water, or it will kill us. Electric torch is not very good, but it gives us some more options anyway later on. Alright, let's make our way down, I think. Try and get out of here without exploding. There's the exit portal right below us, so we can leave through that. But there is also a jumpy swamp witch in there. And another wand just poured out of nowhere. What was that? Can't see the witch anymore. There we go, we got them, but they got us. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. It's a dead end. Okay, thankfully the lightning hit nothing. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. Okay, we're alive. Now we get out of here. What is that? That's a regular torch. We leave it alone. Not a lot of gold, but we don't want to die, so let's move on. Okay. We've got light and some grenades. We've got fire. We've got always cast light and some little teleports. I don't know what that is. Poison cloud? Explosion of poison. That's really bad. That is a wand that will kill you on its own. And over here, what do we have? We got no more shuffle. No more shuffle would be nice. Boomerang spells and revenge bullets. I guess I'll take no more shuffle. It turns all the wands that we have into non-shufflers, which makes these incredibly reliable compared to what they just were. So if we can find a couple more components to help power these up, they're going to be super beefy in no time. What else have we got in here? Is there anything I actually want to contribute to these? Hey, 80 HP, thank you. I don't think so. Getting the double cast could be nice, because we can use that on this to make it even faster. But I don't know... Like, right now our mana can't really handle even the wand that it is, so making it much faster isn't going to help us very much. What we are going to do is we're going to move these bolts down here and take this away and bring this to the top and this to there. Now we have a magic bolt and a backup spark bolt launcher. They're still not incredible, but this one doesn't run out of mana and this one is a little bit more punchy. So I think that'll work for us. Before we move on, is there anything else I need to do in here? Let's refill our water real quick before I forget that again, because I'm very good at forgetting that. And do I want the full health regen? I might as well, we're not coming back. The teleport is technically a good choice, but I am bad at using it, so I'm just not going to. We're gonna roll onwards and make do without. Oh, hello. That was an ambush. I'll take the free health up, though. We're getting pretty lucky with those so far this run. Could not see that guy under the extra max health message. Alright, let's put our attack ghosts to work here. They just murdered a rat for us, and that's a good start. Let's go see what else there is around here. That's a big hole, so let's not go down there yet, actually. Did our fourth one have anything in it? No. It is just for getting rid of. This looks interesting. I'm gonna bomb our way through here. It is indeed a shop. I thought it might be. It doesn't have anything great in it. Accelerating shot can be pretty fun. But, we don't have any money at this point anyway, so I guess we'll just roll on. If we get enough cash and want to buy something, we can always come back. But for now, let's explore a little. Okay, we're getting the makings of a good run going here. We're starting to get a bit of cash going. We have a decent wand starter. If we can get a little further, we'll be able to actually make some stuff happen. Okay. That's a big crit on this thing. I don't know if the crit modifier is always the same. It has a flat amount of damage, but those guys took a ton of damage from a single crit. Alright, we're probably going to turn around and start going west shortly. Yep, well, I called that. I didn't realize we were that close to the wall. Just that we were probably approaching it. What is happening? Rage. Everyone becomes berserk. Nice. That is probably most valuable for me, because I think it lasts longer on me than it does on enemies. Or rather, the enemies it affects are only in a small area, but it sticks on me for the full, like, 3 minutes. So I just get big damage buffs for a little while, and a little bit less accurate, is I think the thing that being berserk does to you. But I will take it. That is some nice firepower for us. We're heading over to the fungal cavern now because we have plenty of health left and we can probably get some nice stuff out of there. So far, we've been making pretty good ground in this run, so this seems like a good place to capitalize on our early successes to try and make something happen here. That's all going to explode because that little goblin friend just threw a grenade back into it. Probably not his smartest choice, given that he was standing in that little cave, but you know, so it goes. Sometimes you make bad choices. That's a wand with teleport bolts in it. I'll take it for free, and it's actually a pretty solid base wand, except for the mana charge, which is awful. But I'll hold on to it if we want to keep teleport bolts so that we can go back up later. At least we'll have them. There's a wand above us, so let's probably go back up there. Let's see if we can get to that. We may not be able to easily get there, but there's a path around here that might work. Oh yeah, this looks like it'll probably get us where we're trying to go. Lots of friends at the top there, but that's fine. I don't know why everything exploded. I know why everything's going to explode here, though. Always fun to drop an explosive when you have Berserk on, because it makes your explosive radius way bigger, as we mentioned previously. I was a little worried I hadn't gone far enough there, actually. What is this? That's a bunch of saw blades. In fact, it is a bunch of giga saw blades. No thank you, I like being alive. Giga saw blades have a fun effect where they come back to murder you. They all have boomerang attached by default. And you are not immune to your own saw blades. Alright, there's another wand up ahead. Another chance for us to find something good. That's a very long wand, so I'm gonna guess it has a lot of capacity. What else can I guess about it? The two little flanges on the side, I'm gonna guess mean that it has low mana capacity, but decent mana regen, and 1 spell per cast. Nah. I was right about some of it. It has an incredible capacity. It also just makes shields forever. That's a really interesting wand. Return sucks. I hate return. So I don't really want to use it. But it's very interesting. It might be worth taking in place of this one. Because it does that, which is cool. But we were taking damage there for some reason. Is it putting a damage aura on something? Circle of shielding shouldn't hurt you, should it? Why was that doing damage? Is it because of Berserk? Was Berserk making it kill us? Because Berserk gave it a damage effect? I bet you that's what it was. That just did a ton of damage to us. Let's go over that. Because that hurt quite a lot. That makes it a little bit more dangerous to hang around in here. Because linear arc shouldn't do anything to it. The base effect of the wand is just return bolts, which warps us back to where we just were. And the circle of shielding doesn't inherently do damage, it's a shield. So I have to assume it was the Berserk that gave it a damage aura, which is very painful for us, but at least interesting science. Thankfully, we have an army of backup gunners now, so we should be able to... Whoa, okay, that guy came at us real fast. We should be able to survive a little bit into here with the health we have left. Let's just blow up these exploding mushrooms before anything bad happens to us. Because, oh, we know it will. Little jumpy friends. I actually don't know what these things are called. The fact that they fly makes it hard for me to connect them to any kind of creature that they're probably named after. We know there's a teleporting wizard somewhere. We just saw him shoot. Bunch of gold on the ground up there. No way we can get to it, though. Whoa, hello. And I'm gonna be teleporting now, which is the worst. Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. Teleporting wizards are scary. What is that? I don't think I've seen that specific broken wand graphic before. I might have, but I don't recognize it. I guess it's the same. It just looks a little wonky. Alright, is there anything else good in here? There's another broken wand, but I can't really get to it. We can, but we'd have to spend our only explosion to get at it. Now, we might want those. Hopefully that blew up some fellas for us. That was a weird little effect, too. There's a ton of gold on the ground there, but I don't know if I can go get it because of this guy. Nope, we're getting it. Not all of it, but most of it. I'll take it. Hey, another life up. Nice. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Get away from the sword guy. We do not have a good way to fight the sword guy. The ghosts might do it. They might help us punch through his shield. But I don't want to fight him if we can avoid it, so we're just going to go elsewhere in the fungal caverns. Thank you very much. I don't think he can follow us over here. Concentrated mana potion, I guess I'll take that for now. It can be pretty useful in the next couple of floors. Another extra max HP. Nice. We're looking good. Okay, what is this? Salt and glowing fungal spores. I don't... Okay! We have a summoned Steve somewhere. I don't know where he is, but he's up there. We're leaving. Goodbye. It's okay. You can have the fungal caverns back. I don't need to be in them. It's cool. It's fine. We might be able to fight Steve right now, but I am happy to bail. I don't need to test that just yet. I only have 57 health. Let's get in here. Okay. We fled and escaped Steve. I hate returns, so let's just dump all these in the pond. Not all of them make it in the pond, but that's fine. I also hate linear arc, so I'm gonna dump that as well. The dual cast is cool. We'll see if we can do something with that. We can put that on any of our existing wands, and it'll make them fire twice as fast. Fiofy and Steve stream when? No, I don't think that's the thing that's gonna happen. Steve's a computer. What do we have in here? Nothing super exciting. There's some interesting wands for potential work there. Faster movement, enemy radar, and more hatred are all kind of meh. Faster movement is pretty useful, but it also makes us run into things faster, which can be a problem too. Let's reroll one of these. Extra knockback on our spells or plague rats. Extra knockback can be tough. It can make it hard to actually hit an enemy with a rapid firing spell. So I'm kind of tempted to do one more reroll because I don't like plague rats or hungry ghost either. And it looks like we're building towards a rapid fire kind of wand setup today. Because right now, if we put, for example, this here, this wand now shoots 2 bullets every single time it has a chance to shoot, which is pretty good. We could do it on this one too, but it'll immediately run out of mana, because these things are more mana draining, 20 each, than these are 5. I think for now, it could be good to put some stuff in here, because always cast shield is going to make the world very weird. Let's go ahead and do one more reroll here, see if we get something we like better. Teleportitis I hate. Saving Grace is okay. Let's take Saving Grace. I don't think there's anything else in here I'm gonna buy, actually. Now, let's just test this real fast. Yeah, this isn't supposed to hurt us. That's what I thought. I don't know if we want to fill the world with shields, but at least now we know it'll do what it's supposed to. If we put a couple of... Like, we could put our magic arrows in there, but I think that's just going to make it really frustrating later. Oops, I want that. Max health plus, hey, thank you. Give me the spell. There we go. Alright, so we put this in here, because now, every time we fire this thing... Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't think we can use this wand. The shields mess with projectiles that impact them. So, as a result, if we fire a lot in a short area, it just fills with reflecting bubbles that are going to immediately mess with everything we ever try and do. So for now, we'll stick with the 3 wands we got, and we'll have to find something else that we can maybe use. Let's go down. Into the depths. The snowy depths. Alright. I want my gold, so we'll take that back, thank you very much. There was a very weird thing that I found in the western sub-area of here in a previous run. I don't know if we're going to get a good chance to try and show that off. For now, we're not going to try too hard to explore into side areas if we're not geared up for it, which... That guy moved really fast, I thought he was a mimic. Which... we will see. You feel like there might be something really nifty there if you had teleporting cast? Maybe? Yeah, maybe, but the problem is just that the... Ooh. I don't know if it would actually matter. I think the always cast would happen before the teleporting cast had a chance to move where it was going to go. I don't know if that's true or not, but my suspicion is that it would basically mean that we were casting a shield bubble on ourselves and then trying to get the actual spell out of the bubble, which would have the same problem of ricocheting off other nearby bubbles that we had before. So it goes. And I don't know if I answered this or not, Kitchen. As far as I know, there is nothing that lets you penetrate shields, other than incredible bullet speed. If something is going so fast, it can hit you through your shield anyway. And I don't know if that works for those static shields, or if it only works for, like, the personal shield bubble shields. So, it's possible there may be some way to do it by accelerating a shot really hard, but we don't have that kind of option right now, so I'll hold on to the wand until we find something to replace it with. But once we do, we're going to be replacing it, because... As Eisen said, I'm not big brain enough to figure out what to do with it. What is this? This is just a bunch of eggs. And what is this again? Chain spell? Let's see what happens if we cast that. Ooh, eggs everywhere. Well, it's gonna be garbage until we get something other than eggs in it, but it might be interesting. If we can put an actual spell in there. Because the teleporting cast itself is a bolt. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It shoots forward and then the spell happens. Well, we have healing ghosts now, so I guess I can be a little bit more aggressive. The joy of healing ghosts. Just throw yourself straight at your enemies and throw caution to the winds. Cautions for other people. Although, I can't just swim through the pain juice. That's not gonna work. There we go. Gotta watch out for rockets out the rocket launcher, but we should be able to punch through it, there we go, before it can do anything to us. We are out of mana in our main wand, so we're gonna switch to this one. Put our fire, oh hello! Put our fire out, and don't stand in the range of that guy. I forgot he was still up there. We have healing ghosts though, so like we said, we can be as aggressive as we want, and it's usually gonna be fine. Okay, I think there was something over here I wanted to go look at. Did I already look at this wand or no? I did not. Accelerating glowing lances is actually pretty nice. This also has a really good mana charge speed and a pretty decent Castellan recharge time. I'm going to take this one. I think we're going to take this one in place of this one, which is sad because I just put the double spell in there, but I think this one's not as good as this one. The spells in it are better, and I would rather have some more interesting toys to play with. The accelerating shots is the only one that's going to be going fast, but it does... Look at this! We spent ages looking for some of those in previous streams, and there's two of them stacked on top of each other. But the glowing lance is pretty punchy, and being able to shoot one in an almost straight line really mitigates one of the big problems with it, which is that it's hard to know where it's gonna go, because it has some really big drop-off attached. Ow! Those shots are incredible! This guy has masterful aim. The only problem right now is that because we have the glowing lances that are usually going to have a lot of drop-off, I'm spending most of my time aiming for that, and not for where they're going to go when the fast one comes out. So currently, the fast one is more of a downside than a benefit, but if we can tune this wand a little bit, take some of the other pieces out, then I think having a really fast glowing lance cast is going to be very good. Please don't lightning me. It's okay, you don't have to. There we go. Because yeah, glowing lance is a real cool spell. It's just often quite difficult to actually use. What do we got going on over here? We got shots coming from above. It's also kind of fun that it pierces through the terrain like that. You can shoot through walls in the same way that some of the snipers can. So far, I think we're kind of running out of options here. We'll probably go back the other way. Bouncy spells is probably going to be weird with this. I don't know what a there's another two stacked on top of each other. I tell you, the game knows when you need something. When you don't need it, that's when it gives you 1,000 of them. What is... that is frustrating to me. We have another wand over here, which has some weird spells in it. Probably mostly going to leave it alone, but it is interesting. It's really fast, but it's a terrible mana charge, so we can successfully leave that one alone, I think. Get kicking. Well, we don't need them this time. We're not doing that. I'm not making a portal to the end of everything. There's a bunch of wands here that we can't quite access, so it might be worth spending a bomb or two to get them. It would be really nice if we had a better digging tool. Because right now, we don't really have a way to do any digging. What is... Well, there we go. Problem solved. We just got a digging tool. Let's replace the bombs with that. Because this is going to be quite a fast digger, too, isn't it? Yeah. Get out of that before that freezes shut. We could just dig through it, of course, because we have a powerful digging tool now, but, you know. What is this? That is a full curse orb setup. We're not going to be using that one, I don't think. Let's just check the stats on it before we abandon it. No, it's fine, but I'm not a big fan of cursed orbs, so we're going to leave them alone. Alright, we're starting to put some stuff together here. Having a big health bar also helps quite a bit. Didn't get that gold before it despawned. Unfortunately, I forgot to go pick up the tablet in the first floor again, which is that thing I wanted to test previously, so I won't be able to find out the thing I wanted to find out on this run. Let's go ahead and throw away the concentrated mana potion so I can pick up another broken wand. That might be fun to experiment with in the Hisi base. And there's a wand over there, so let's get tunneling. Okay. We're in here. Let's make sure we can breathe, and then we'll go find out what this wand is. That's an even better drilling wand. I think. It's better because it has add mana in it, and add mana is a thing that we want. The thing that I'm worried about is the recharge time and cast delay setup, because this has a minute, 63 seconds of I guess this is enough to bring it down to nothing. I guess that's enough. That probably makes that just a better wand than this better wand than that one. The only problem here, then that makes this maybe not as good, is this has 4 spells per cast. Which might be a problem. Yeah, it makes it much more pulsy on the recharges. Because there's also this in here, and that adds plus 17 cast delay. I think the recharge time is still the big problem, though. I don't know exactly what makes this one less good. I feel like it should be comparable, it's just way slower. Oh, more healing ghosts, thank you. I'm gonna hold on to it anyway. It's not quite as fast a digging tool, but the add mana on it makes it really good as a wand we want to hold on to. So, we're gonna keep that for now. And see what else we can do with this. I feel like we need a couple more add manas if we want to try and use some of the big spells we're using here in a fast wand. But, oh, what was that? Let's go find out. Hello, I'm not talking to you, I'm trying to go down. I'm trying to go down. We have so many healing ghosts now, it's kind of excessive. I don't mind. But it is kind of silly. Ah, that's what it was! Ow! Well, we found a dead worm. Probably killed by this lightning guy. Ow! And inside of him is another life up, so we'll take that too. Thank you very much. Okay, well, thank goodness for our healing friends. That helped quite a bit. Let's refill our water flask a little bit here before I forget again, because we may need it later, and I have time now. One thing we will go try, even though I know I'm saying we're trying to just get down to the tower, is we're gonna go over to the left-hand side of the world and see if we can do anything cool in there. We have a lot of healing friends, which makes it a little bit more interesting to try and go into dangerous territory. Ow. We're actually dead. Oh, he can't kill us. He can't kill us because of saving grace. That one did kill us. Ah! That went bad so fast! One little electric guy jumped right on top of us and totally annihilated us. Ah, so it goes. We had the makings of a really good run there, too. That's just what Noita'd does to you. Let's push this button just to see what it does. Yeah, it just shows you the last couple of frames before you died. Which in this case is nothing that exciting because we already were doomed. So, it's fine. Alright, we've exploded in a couple of very interestingly potential runs, and it just has not worked out. Hey. Yeah, those Ukos have been real nasty to us this run. They've caused problems in a couple of ways. Alright. Back at it again. Hopefully this will be the one where we get something to happen. We've been so close a couple of times now to actually making something happen. It just hasn't quite gotten there. The joy of roguelikes, I guess. When you actually get a powerful run going, you become almost unstoppable. But until you get there, you are extremely stoppable. And Noita'd likes to take that up a notch too by making even your unstoppable runs still quite stoppable. Because I thought we had enough health there to basically tank whatever we ran into, but getting stun-locked by the lightning really shut us down. Does the tablet show up every run? Yeah, so the tablets show up in fixed locations, and they're there every time. So I'm gonna go grab it this time, just to see. Given that we still haven't actually made it into the Hisi base very often, the likelihood of us having one to test the thing I want to test is low. But, they will be there if we go and get them. We don't have to worry about them not spawning or whatever. So, let's work our way around there. There's a wand in there that I kind of want to see what it is. I believe the cool wands that we were getting earlier in the run, the ones that have that 10-second, 7-second setup, are always this design but gold. I don't know if that's true or not, but both of the ones that we saw were, and I think it's consistent. So I want to get in here and test this one. There were way more guys in there than I thought, and hey, free money. I'll take the free money. At least the free money that I can reach. There's a bunch over there that's gonna be too far away. There's a chest in there too. Hello. Yeah, this is not the same stats. Interesting, like having a fairly rapid-firing arrow wand is still fun. I'll take it. But it doesn't immediately become the rapid-fire wand that we were looking at before. I don't know if I want to bomb my way into this. I'm going to, but I don't know if I want to. There we go, a bunch of cash and a pheromone potion. Let's grab that before it breaks. Nice. Alright. Arrows are a little bit dangerous, if memory serves, because they do count as, like, physical projectiles, so you can slap yourself with them if you're not careful, or if something like boomerangs your effects. But, we'll see. I actually don't know if this tablet is even what I want to try it with, because I think there are some tablets that might be a better fit. But I'm going to test this one first, because it's easy to get. I don't want to go down there. I don't want to make the gods think that I ruined all of that, just because I murdered a person who bled all over it. If we can, it would be nice to get a fourth wand here to get a little bit more spell utility, but we'll see what we can find. It was really nice finding all those life ups in the last run. We're probably not going to get quite that lucky in this one. There's a shop in there, so let's maybe see if we can work our way around and see what it has in store for us. Badum-tish. Alright, grab the gold from that. It looks like there's not really a good way up through here, which is annoying, so we're getting quite far away from the shop again already. We only have one bomb left, so we can blow our way into the shop in case there's something good there. I think we're gonna go do that. It would suck if there was a really useful spell in the shop that I missed because there's a drilling bolt, exactly. Just because I can't quite cross this little bit of floor gap. There it goes. It looks like Drilling Bolt is the only thing in here I really want, but Drilling Bolt is good, so I will take a Drilling Bolt. We like the ability to tunnel. I can't apply it for a little while, but at least we have it. I also can't get through there anymore, because that's all lava. Get off the barrel. There we go. Okay, so we have a potential digging option setting up here. We have a mediocre to decent attack wand. And we just got shot in the face. But we have healing ghosts, so we can afford to get a little bit aggressive here in the early areas and see what else we can find. Healing ghosts obviously can't stop us from taking massive damage, but they do protect us from most minor sources of damage like that we'll find in these early floors. Short of, like, standing in the lava, there's not much that will kill us past them. Ooh, I love me some all-seeing eye! There's another shop over there, but probably not one we actually want to get into that bad. Even if we want to get into it badly, we don't have a way to blow the door open, so we have to find a path in anyway. Alright. There's our shop, but I don't know if there's really anything valuable in there. Speed up can be good if we can get a good combo for it, so I'll buy it. We have enough money to be able to afford a little bit of unnecessary purchases. Hold on, there's gold right here. Thank you. I'll take it. Let's do a quick run through the mines over here, though, because they can have some nice things in them. Whiskey potion, I will probably not be excited about, though. The drunk effect is not that useful for us to be able to turn on and off at will. If we can, we're going to be looking to find something as a decent main weapon here. Hopefully our first perk is a fun one. There are some things you can find early that really open up your options. Tinker with wands everywhere, unlimited spells. There's a bunch of that stuff that gives you a lot more to work with than if you just have, like, I don't know, more hatred as your starting perk. It's not catch on fire anymore, though, thank you. What is that? That's a magic missile. Do I like magic missile more than bombs? Not with a 1.5 recharge time, I don't. I think we'll probably just leave that there. We don't want to get too far into this place without trying to make something happen here. Because they don't get much better, and we will be more on fire the further in we go. So, let's do a quick peek over on the left here. And if there's nothing else of it... Why is there invisible, like, Molotov cocktail guys? Why are you invisible? I've seen invisible enemies a couple of times like that before, and I don't really understand why they happen. We have another potion up there. Acceleratium. There's another one. Glad I saw him before I walked into him, because that would have probably been bad. Acid is real nasty for trying to go in and pick up money, though, because it will just shred you the second you touch it. Alright, well, let's get out of here before anything gets worse. We have a pretty decent setup here. Cannot complain, really. I will grab that to recharge our stuff. We have nothing super exciting here, but Chain Bolt might be a pretty good option to replace our starting weapon. Chain Bolt's just a really reliable spell in the early game. It takes 8 mana drain, but... yeah, this is not a good one for it, but we can definitely put it on one of these wands and make it pretty viable as an option for us, because we don't need this to be on a wand that casts really quickly, or recharges really quickly, but we do want this one to be on one that has a decent amount of punch. So that should work for us. Let's keep this as a backup for now, and the bombs so we can dig. Let's go see what we have in the options. Spontaneous generation, which spawns rats out of vomit. Phasing, which I'm not a big fan of. And stainless armor, which I'm probably gonna just say no to that too, because we spend most of our time stained in our own blood. That's permanent invisibility, pinpointer, and more love. I guess we're gonna take pinpointer. Permanent invisibility is cool, but I don't think we're really going to be likely to be built for using it. So... let's run around with a little bit more precision to our shots. We have trouble focusing our eyes. Does that mean all the enemies are going to be invisible now? I hope that's not what it means. Acid Ball is good digging, so I'm going to replace this for now. It's not, like, good, but it is a digging tool. Yeah, it looks like every enemy might be invisible. The game saw me not take invisibility, and it was like... so, well, I took offense at that. At least we can see the glowy bits on those bugs. And it looks like they do still become visible when they attack. Oh, this is gonna get nasty real fast, isn't it? Thankfully we have Chain Bolt, and Chain Bolt is very good at this point in the game. It runs out of steam pretty fast. But it is very powerful here, and we still have 2 minutes of healing ghosts, so I can be a little bit aggressive. I don't think I've ever actually seen this modifier, though, where enemies are invisible until after they attack. Like, they're not perfectly invisible in the same way that you aren't when you have the modifier on you, but still, that is mean. and therefore is perfect fit for Noita'd. Oh, I forgot to put my drill on something. Dang. I meant to put that on one of my wands here so we could drill around this area nice and easily. But I did not remember to actually do it. That's a lot of firebolts and a life up. Okay, what do we do with this? Would I prefer these over these for digging? Magic missiles are pretty good digging. This gives us 50 shots as opposed to 20 with the acid balls, but the acid balls are less reliable because the acid kind of pours wherever it wants. I'm gonna swap that in. We lose the double cast, but I think I like this better. And we'll see what else we can do. Oh! Everyone gets covered in slime. Alright, well we're nice and slow now. But slimy is actually really useful. I don't know if you thought about this, chat, but remember, you're only invisible when you are not attacking or stained. So it makes all the enemies near me who are caught up in that effect immediately visible again, because they are now stained. Alright, bubbles. I'm gonna say no to bubbles. What else we got over here? Hello. Well, I guess the stain on them didn't last that long. Those ones were properly stained, though. I wonder what's causing some of them to be covered and some of them not to be. There's a rat down there. The nice thing is, the homing on Chainbolt does not care if they think they are invisible or not. It just goes straight for the throat. So we don't have to worry about missing because we don't know where an enemy is. The game knows. Alright, we're gonna swing over to the west because we want to go to the Fungal Cavern again. It's always where the cool things are, and we have a robot killing wand, so we actually have a decent shot of getting through most of it if we so choose. We just have to remember that everything in there may also be invisible. I think it counts as a different biome, so probably they won't have the same benefit of super invisibility, but we will have to find out when we actually get over there. I did not see that rat at all. I took my hand off the keyboard to scratch my nose. That one is no shuffle, but otherwise is kind of uninspired as a wand. So let's go up here and kill this invisible fella. I have the audacity to be like, you know what, I'm probably safe here for a second. I don't see any enemies. Don't see any enemies. Can't remember what is happening in this area. Everything is invisible. That is much worse. He is visible though, so that tells me he probably came from the fungal biome, which is meaning that he's also likely not permanently invisible, so that's good. Let's drop back down here. Oh, hey, look who it is. Our favorite mean teleporting wizard. There's also a darkness wizard in there. I don't like darkness wizards or teleporting wizards. In fact, most of the master enemy type are just scary in general. Thankfully, our shield bubble does help a fair bit on this. I think I actually probably want to arrow machine gun this guy down. No, looks like he's not that much more vulnerable to it than the chain bolt would be. But it was still fun. Alright, that is an invisible fella, so there might either be invisibilium in here, which it looks like there is, and that dark blue juice is invisibilium. I was gonna say, or they are more invisible than I thought. I start spewing fireballs for a time. Well, that's not good. They're gonna ricochet wildly off our shield. Alright, we survived the fireball explosion. Now all we have to do is not get swarmed by little guys. Or struck by the teleport wizard when he remembers where we are. There must be a spawner down here. Yes, there is. We want to kill the bee spawner because it will do us a serious lot of damage. We are not good at fighting the bees. There's the teleporting wizard, who's also invisible. Now he's dead. Acceleratium down there. We're probably going to leave that alone. The ant here... Did we just give a shield to the ant? I think we did. Thankfully, the chain bolt does not care about shields because it teleports onto its target, but that was unexpected. I guess if I'm moving around too much and the shielding ghost misses me, it can actually hit other people. That is not a good choice there, bud. You just blew yourself up several times. And the one you actually hit me with bounced off the shield. That is a pretty good wand, though, honestly. The bombs suck. But it's decent stats, decent mana charge, decent space, and no shuffle. I think I have conclusively proven to myself that if it has this little plus symbol on the wand, then it means it's no shuffle, though. Because this one has it here, this one has it here, and this one has it on the top. I think I buy that that's what that means now. Do I want this? I think we do. I think I'll take it in place of this one for now, because I'm not really using the arrows that much anymore. Let's put an all-seeing eye in here so we can see what's around us. There's a guy stuck inside that column. That's got to be uncomfortable. He wants to kill us so bad, but he can't even get out of the column. This looks like an interesting one too, but that is a bad fellow. We do not want him to see us. We just want him to fall over. Yep, he has the swapper effect, and he just picked up a wand we didn't get a chance to read. It looks like it's just chainsaws, though, and chainsaws are delicious. Let's take those in place of, I guess, our all-seeing eye wand. I kind of want to keep this so I have a digging tool. And this because it's a good base wand. This is our weakest link, I think. Let's go ahead and pop another all-seeing eye before I say goodbye to it, because getting some chainsaws is real good. Okay, so I thought I understood how chainsaws worked before, but I didn't. I have a better understanding of what they actually do now. I thought they set the cast delay of the wand to 0 if they were the last spell in the wand, but it's actually based on the casting block. So if it's the last spell in a casting block, then it will set the casting time of that block to 0. And that is like if you have a triple cast. It's included in the triple cast. Then, if it's with that, it'll reduce the charge time of everything in there to 0. So, now I understand how that works, we should be able to make better use of it. Shower pours water on you. It's like a rain cloud. Not super impactful unless you're in a place of... Oh, no. That is a polymorph wizard. We are not hanging out with him anymore. We are leaving. There are a lot of master wizards in here, and we are not cool with them. Sea of Oil is also bad because I'm in it. And it is burning. Okay. Okay. Time to leave here, I think. Time to leave here, I think. Those guys will jump at you and then explode, so we try not to let them do that. We're just gonna get out of here. We got a couple good bits and pieces. But it is time to leave. That was a very scary oil cloud, whoever cast that. Okay, we have a couple of explosives left, about 49 of them, so if we need to tunnel, we do have some options. We've got a bunch of these guys coming at us. I gotta remember, these guys are all gonna be invisible again, because I'm back in the space where things are scary. That guy must have gotten teleported in there, because normally those robots aren't in this region. But we should be able to switch to our blow things up gun and one-shot them. Yeah. It does good work. Someone is over there firing a wand they stole. It looks like it has an ice effect on it. Don't love that for us, but maybe he'll get lucky and he'll blow himself up first. Hello? Where did that guy go? He was just here. There's nowhere for him to have gone. There's no teleporting wizards nearby? Like, where... Did he teleport himself in the wall? Nope, that's not what this wand does. How did that wand get there? And where did that wizard go? Oh, he went in the lava. I see now. He went straight in the lava. Can I blow this up? Yes, there we go. That'll let us get down a little further and maybe see what that wand does. It is icy projectile and grenades and shoot backwards. Okay, we don't need that. Let's clear our path. Oh, I actually don't have a good way to mix this, do I? Normally, we have a wand we can shoot into the gunk here that'll help us blender it. Oh, you know what? I actually don't need it, do I? There's a water trail on this, but since it doesn't travel, it doesn't actually leave any water. Will that help us mix? It definitely enswampens this really fast. It doesn't really mix it. Alright, I just saw what you were doing. I usually try not to look at what the effects that you're casting are. But I happened to look down there and see remove ground, so I'm getting away from the holy mountain before you annihilate us with that. Let's just make sure that the world isn't too angry with us for evaporating most of the holy mountain. Alright, and now we go back in. Okay, what do we have in here? Another all-seeing eye. I just abandoned mine. Circle of Vigor is really cool, but I don't know if we're gonna get much out of it. Here we have Dissolve Powders, Projectile Repulsion, and Never Skip Light Day. I don't know if I want any of those. What I do want to do real quick is, first of all, get rid of the glitter bombs, because I'm not using those. And we want one of these wands to become our drill wand, because if I put a drill in one of these, that one's not going to do it. We want one that has really low cast delay to begin with, because then the super low recharge time on this can take advantage of it. We don't really have a good wand for that still, though, do we? No. If we could find one of those 710 wands, this is perfect for making a really fast digger, but we don't have that really going for us right now. Take the chainsaws out, because we're going to save them for later. Water trail I don't think we're going to use, but I'll save it, and this will work. So of these wands, is there any of these we want to keep? Maybe this one? This is a decent wand. It's not good, but it's decent. So if we just transfer all of these magic missiles into here, then we'll be able to hold on to this one until we decide we don't want the magic missiles anymore, or we find something else that's better. So, because this one's not great. This one's quite bad. But now we have the chainsaws in our pocket, in case we want them. Chainsaw could help the drill. It takes the cast delay down. So, the problem is these ones just don't have a great option to begin with. So, like, I guess we could put it in this one. If we do double cast, drill, chainsaw like this, it instantly becomes very fast. I don't know if it's actually good, because we're not at a surface I can actually drill yet, but this is what I was talking about before. If we just had these two, it would not be very fast at all, because we're still getting the full cast delay of everything. But when we put the dual cast on here, this turns this into one casting unit, and that makes the chainsaw make the whole thing have no cast delay. So that suddenly makes it pretty fast. So we can try this, we'll see if it works for us. We probably can get rid of this wand then too. We'll see what happens. In here, I think I'm going to buy Circle of Vigor. I don't know if we're going to use it because it only has 2 charges, but we have it in case we want it later, and I think I'm going to leave the rest. We're still a little bit hurting for damage once we get further in here, but this will do for now. Let's re-roll our perks one time. I don't really like any of these, but I do like not being slow, so I'm going to take this one. Higher projectile resistance, I don't know what that actually means, but really the big benefit of this is the fact that slime doesn't slow us down anymore, because we get a lot of slime coverage in some of these areas. Alright. Let's give our drilling wand a quick test here. I think it's going to be good. Oh yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that works. What is this? Sand pouch. No, thank you. So yeah, we have a pretty decent digging tool now. That's good to know. What do we have here? We have a triple cast and a bunch of bubbles. It's better than nothing on this one, so we'll swap it in. Probably not going to keep it for very long, but it works. That is a lot of friends. We just lost all of our health. Did I not pick up the health in the Holy Mountain? I am a fool. I think I didn't pick up the health in the Holy Mountain. Okay. We're working with nothing here, and there's a turret over there. Is there a way we can get out of this? I can't edit my wands, so I can't Circle of Vigor. Dodge the sniper bullets. Dodge the sniper bullets. I need more time to recharge our levitation. That was very skill issue. That was super dumb. That might be the dumbest thing I've done in this game on stream. I've done some dumb things, but that was very stupid. Alright, quick water break here, and then we'll jump back in again. Embarrassing. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Ellie. I usually jump over the heart at the start just to see if there's anything interesting in the sign, then I can come back and grab it if it doesn't matter. I don't know if there's anything in the perks that heal you, but it's just something I started doing because I'm used to trying to skip the heals when I can, but it's very dumb when I'm just trying to go down like this. It's just a bad habit that I've ingrained in myself for basically no reason in a run like this. So that's not great. I wonder if I can use this to just fly right to the top here. We have a little promontory here. Is this enough altitude to get over the hill? Not quite. We have another acid potion. I hate starting with these. I'm just going to dump this immediately, I think. Acid potion is bad times for me. I always forget to pour it out, and then once we find anything that's going to harm us, I have no way to deal with it. And in fact, I think I can replace it with a water potion already, which would be pretty nice. So let's go do that while I seethe in regret and my silliosity. We still didn't have a great thing coming together, but we had a lot of potential in that run. Because normally, if we come over to the tree, there is usually a water tunnel up into the tree. It might not be available because it's too... Oh, there we go. We're too deep underground, but this time it's perfectly available. So we can fill ourselves up with a water potion and get back in the game. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, well I might as well make that as damaging as possible. Oh, there's nothing down here. Did I just trap myself? I thought that would be like... Okay, no, we can get out. I thought that would dig us into the dungeon, but no, I did it too early. Come on! Okay, we're not doomed. We're still in it. Alright, let's get down there now. So, we have our basic spark bolt, we have the bombs as our explosive, and now instead of acid, we have water as our potion. Let's ride the minecart into the mine. Never mind, it decided to go without me. We have a flooded mine. So this place is going to be messy. Ow. Touching the toxic rocks does hurt you, but we got the gold out. You're having fun just abusing the runs. Hey, listen, it's fine. No one ruined that last run except for me, so I get to still take the blame for a lot of my shenanigans here, so you're all good. That's why I have that effect on. there may come a point where I want to try and actually get some stuff done in the game, like maybe actually get to the tower, and I might turn the randomizer off at that point so that we have a better chance of not getting annihilated by transmutation or giga saw blades everywhere or whatever. One of those really nasty negative modifiers, or like lava trail when we have a rapid fire gun. Because those can be pretty dramatically bad if they hit at the wrong time. So there might come a point where I need to turn some of those off so that we can actually accomplish something in one of these runs. Because I would like to get to the tower eventually. Whatever name is available asks, what tower are we going to? And the answer is, there is... This might kill us. I don't know what this is going to do. Ooh, run away from the acid, please. There's a... If you get to the bottom of the dungeon, there is a cool optional area you can go into that basically takes you back up through the areas of the game in reverse that is called the tower. And if you... I'm getting shot by this thing. The thing with a Twitch integrationless run is I'm still not very good, so I still lose all the benefits of the Twitch integration runs. We just don't get all the downsides. But anyway, we're going to the tower, which is a cool place at the bottom of the world that is, like, I don't know what's at the top of it. I've never lived all the way up it. I've traveled through... When you go into it, you basically go through all of the game's areas in reverse. And that's pretty cool. Like, it gives you a really, like, hyperspeed version of all the places you've just been through, but with mixtures of enemies from everywhere in the game, so it's way more dangerous. But, yeah. It's really scary in there. I've seen enemies in my tower runs that I have never seen anywhere else in the game. So they're a little unpredictable, and I think every time I've gone into the tower, I've died because I've been polymorphed into something horrible. The last time, I got polymorphed into a rat, and one shot killed on a really good run. So the tower is not a likely place that we will survive, but we will see. I need to bribe chat to help us instead of just trying to stop the game. Listen, if I wanted the game to be reliably helping me, that would not be playing Noita'd. Having the chat sabotaging some of these things is fun in part 2 because it means I get to try and dodge whatever the shenanigans are. But it does make it harder to get far into the game, that is true. Alright. Is there anything useful here? So far, the answer has basically been no. We got a slower Sparkbolt wand than the one we started with. And that so far is our only prize from this place. And we don't want to go over there, that is polymorphine. No thank you. Chat didn't suppose at the top of the tower yet. Yeah, people have been very nice about not ruining the secrets of this game. That is really the only main ask that I have. One is, don't spoil things, and 2 is, you're welcome to make suggestions, but try not to just, like, get angry if I don't immediately follow them. And generally, people have been great at sticking with my rules of engagement. For now, though, we are going to work our way in here and get some health, because ow! Okay, is there anything good in here? Not that I actually want. I'll grab a luminous drill for later, and we're gonna keep moving, because... Ow. This will help. Concentrated spells will make a big difference on our ability here to... I'm gonna keep this too. To actually... deal damage, because that punches up our initial weapons a lot. Let's get out of here and move in. We're going faster this time, because we've spent a lot of time in the early floors already. I want to get to the interesting places. Okay, maybe we run. I'm glad that spawned when we weren't in the mountain. That was... that. Okay, so we can't go right from spawn. If this tunnel connects to the above ground right of spawn, it will kill us. It does kind of connect up there, doesn't it? Let's go back this way. Sorry, Steve, I am not equipped to fight you right now. We are a lot more powerful, though. Picking up concentrated spells... Gotta fix my glasses. There we go. Trying to fix my glasses is dangerous when enemies can still sneak up on us. I should have paused. What I was trying to say is, getting concentrated spells makes even this junky starting wand way more viable damage-wise. It makes them hit way harder. So... we actually have a decent shot of fighting through some things here for a while without needing a new main weapon. If I could hit this fly, we would be in a much better shape, though. Okay. What do we have westwards? It's sad there was a wand over there. I was going to go try and find out what that was, but this was obviously not the time to go to the east. Just trying to give VOV more gold packaged in an angry skeleton. Yeah. Definitely packaged in an angry skeleton. To the point where it may not be worth trying to get the gold out, but you know, you're not wrong. You won your first run in part because of concentrated spells? Yeah, it's very good. It makes them less likely to spread and makes the damage go up a lot. It's powerful. No hugs for Steve, I just want some friends. Yeah. Listen, I'm not into the same kind of things he's into. If you want to go make friends with him, by all means, but I think I'll pass this time. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have a lot of places we can go. Okay, here, we have a tunnel over this way, good. It would be very mean if that first area forced us to go east into Steve. We need to get in the water. Bullet. Take the toxin off. So, we have enough punch here that if we can find an entrance into the fungal wastes, we might be able to get some cool stuff with it. I don't know why I always call it the fungal wastes. The fungal cavern is the name of the area. So we'll see. That is a bad potion to be right near where enemies can hit it. That is a bad wizard. And these little guys are also going to be tricky because, well, we have decent damage, we do not have good fire rate. So it is very easy for us to just miss when trying to aim at little, fast-moving enemies. Okay, there's all oil down there. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. It's all on fire now, so this place is going to be full of some very interesting smoke soon. But they can deal with that themselves. So I'm just going to not go down there. What's in the box? The box is levitation. I'll take levitation. That is an angry frog right next to me, and a wizard who also picked up a wand. Alright. There are 2 armed masters in here. Looks like one of them in there died, maybe to the frog. We do love a good frog. Alright, what is this wand doing? I can't tell yet. Cannot stop to look, because there's angry wizards. No, let me get the wand out. No, that was bad. That was actually really bad. Okay, thankfully that teleport helped. This wand has a recharge. Yeah, everything up there exploded. I'll go take the loot, though. Thank you. There's that stinking teleport wizard. Is it a spoiler to warn of an incoming chat vote effect? I mean, I wouldn't say it's a spoiler. I am intentionally not looking at them most of the time, so that I don't necessarily know what's coming. Whoop. So I would say I'm not looking for the ability to always know what's coming in the... Whoa, I forgot he swaps you. In the... Don't shoot me, please. In the chat voting effects. Otherwise, I could just look at them more closely. So... It's not so much a spoiler as it is just kind of like... not relevant. It's not needed. There's that wizard. We don't like him. We like the wand he's got, potentially, though. I just don't want to get shot by it. Okay. It is a triple cast spark bolts with trigger. We'll see about that, then. I don't know if that's actually better, because it's quite slow to fire. But it does have some punch if we hit something, I guess. Because it'll fire them in a chain through the target we just hit. Yeah, my emotes aren't really well set up for the kind of emote editing effects that the Twitch supports. There's some nastiness up there. You get the biggest urge to spoil when we're trying to help and I'm like running into danger. Yeah. Ooh, okay. There's another wand around here that should be free game. It's just in teleportation, which I should be able to clear out with a bomb. Because teleportation burns. So anything that'll set it on fire will clear it out for us. Okay. that one is pretty good, Allie, actually. Whoa, okay! I was looking away when everything exploded. Oh, that was a little scary. I'll take the extra max health. All of the items are probably sitting on the bottom of the world now. Oh, that was scary. Let's see if I can get to that wand. Part of the problem is I don't know where I am in this place compared to where we started. Alright, what is this? That is a kind of junky bubble wand. Unstable teleportation. I'll take it, not because I want it, but because we'll be able to open some cool stuff with it later. But yeah, Berserkium and our concentrated spells make some real punchy magic. There's ambrosia down there, but unfortunately whatever it was in is thoroughly exploded now. Alright. Let's get up while there's still something to climb on, because obviously this isn't where all the cool stuff is. Although there is an enormous amount of burning drugs. The weird fungus is toast. Alright, there's a darkness wizard up there, and I fell all the way to the bottom again, which is real annoying. It's hard because I can't see where all the little, like, shreds of terrain are in here. I gotta respect the, need to recharge my levitation a little bit more. I want to go up there, but I do not want to fight this guy. Okay, he's toast. That's something good. Whoop. Later, bud. The fire has already made its way to the top. I wonder why this pill... Oh, it's because it's actually not all the way down there. It's just sitting on a little lump of nothing there. Interesting. One of the weird things about weird fungus is that when it falls, it multiplies. I don't know how it works, but when it's in the air, plummeting, it turns into more of itself than there was to start with. Alright, anything in this chest? More gold, we'll take it. Oh, hello, we don't want to fight him. Oh, I don't want to fight here over here either. Please take me out of this spot. That was super mean. He swapped me next to the robot, and then he swapped the robot in front of the exit. That was a really nasty combo. Alright, well, it was a good try to run. We almost had something going on there. It feels like... it feels like the name of the stream. Alright, we'll do one more run, probably. If we get a long one, anyway, it'll be the last run. If it's a short one, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Exactly whatever name. The swapper shot us, but hit the robot and swapped with it, so then it was just like such a mess, because I hit the mage and swapped with him. So we just immediately doomed ourselves. So, great. Oh, I hate a mysterious darkness lingers. This is a bad effect in my opinion. It's not nice. So the problem with the darkness lingers in this place is the game won't let anything stay lit. If you've explored it and then you leave, it goes right back to basically considering it as unexplored. So it is really hard to tell where anything is in this place. We will, we'll do our best. but it is very easy to get lost when a darkness lingers. There is a explosion spell in there, which we probably do not want. Where can we go? It makes navigation a real problem, because if you start to lose track of where you need to be and where you have been already, it can very quickly have you going in circles. Or at least not getting where you're trying to go. Nice shot there. Snow is unfortunately our only way of putting out fires, which is not a very good one. And we don't have the concentrated damage boost now, so we are hitting pretty light. Yeah, remember the Holy Mountain is down, exactly. It's fine. I'm gonna let that guy live. I can't kill him in any reasonable amount of time. There is a wand for grabs in a trap up there. Let's go see what that one is. It's in oil, so it's probably going to ignite it. What is it? Well, it is maybe better than the wand I've got right now, so I'll take it and leave. It's not probably going to be much more powerful, but the damage output on this energy bolt is a little bit stronger, and I'm stuck in the wood. Let me out of the wood. Thank you. It's about the same cast time, and it does a bit more damage, so it should work better. You always know that you need to descend? Yeah, I mean... it's true, but I think there's a lot of good stuff to be had in each floor by not going straight to the bottom. And if you don't know where you're trying to go to get some of that stuff, it can be easy to miss out. I am getting buried alive in here. If we can get a little further in, we can get that max health out. Come on. There we go. Got the max health out. That'll help. With that and the max health that you all gave me at the start, we are good. That gives us a fair chunk more health than we would normally have at this point in the game. So as long as we don't immediately die before we get to start refilling it, we will be good. There are so many fire wizards in here. For an area that's supposed to be about the darkness, there are a lot of light sources who are very mean. Yeah, this is way better damage-wise. Turns out, hitting for 20 instead of 3 is pretty good. Okay, I think we're probably gonna want to bail out of this floor pretty fast. The lack of ability to see where we're going is always a pain. Since we're already here, yeah, 1,000 gold in the chest makes a big deal. I'm gonna kick this one more time, hopefully it won't kill me. Nice. The shiny orb, every time you kick it, rolls on like a table of some number of results, most of which are, you get some gold. And every time you kick it, one more of them becomes, you explode. So, you can get a lot of money that way, but you can also explode very quickly. That is a lot of hummies in a hole. There are a lot of enemies coming here, though, so let's just not hang around them too long. Whoa, there goes everything. Okay. Boom says hello again. It's true, explode, I say. I didn't realize you were so familiar with it, chat. You know all about suddenly exploding. There was an interesting little room over here, but it doesn't have anything in it. The blue torches usually have a... well, usually. Sometimes there's a room with blue torches that has a life up in the middle. But not anymore. Or at least not that one. That one is a big hole. Alright. We can go a little bit further in here. We still have 85 health, which is plenty. There might be some nice things for us to find. We will see, though. We have a lot of ground to cover, and lots of opportunities to lose all our health as a result. What do we have up here? Levitation? Take that, I guess, for now. We can always chuck them away later if we wind up tight on space. I think we're probably just going to bail on this. I'm kind of looking to see if we can find one more wand, because like I have said a couple of times before, having a couple more utility options early in a run can very quickly be useful, but I'm not finding any of that right now, and I would rather not die for no reason again. So I think we're just gonna swing our way back down to the bottom. We got a pile of money out of that chest. Careful there, Frog. You're playing with toxic chemicals. So yeah, I think we're probably just gonna make our way down from here. That's a tough little frog. And live to fight another day. I'll check this potion since we're here. Oh, it's a lightning stone. An Ukoskiri. Alright, let's move on before anything gets worse. Grab the health, grab the reset, see what's in the shop. Chainsaw, we love a chainsaw. Anything else in here? There's a long distance cast, I'll take it just in case we want it later. And I guess I'll grab this too, we have plenty of money. What do we have in here? Extra item in Holy Mountain, flammable oil but are immune to fire, we want that one. Immune to fire is really good when we don't even have a good water source to begin with. Okay, do you want to do anything with this? Not right now, I think I'm just going to hold on to those for later. I am going to switch these, because this is just a better wand than this one. I'm actually going to take this out too, so we can get rid of that third wand slot if we find something better. Alright, down we go. As I was saying before, I should try and move a little faster, because we don't want to spend too much time in these early floors every time. That is a wild wand. Quantum Split is a weird thing, and it's on all of these, every cast on this wand. I'm gonna take this one. I don't know if we're gonna use it, but it's weird. I'm not gonna cast it right now though, because it will instantly kill us. Because these are explosive boxes that can impinge on their own space. So, Quantum Split will fire 3 of them out of the same position, which will immediately blow them up in our face. I cannot hit a single rat. There we go. Let's scoot onwards. No, I actually don't want Spark Bolt in the second wand. What I want is to be able to hit with our Energy Bolt more frequently. So adding the Spark Bolt in when we don't have a very fast refire rate will just make it so that we fire the spell we want to less often. I don't know why that exploded, but I'm glad I was just far enough away to not get impacted by it. Let's just take this guy away from the rest of the pack, since he can fly. I want to kill the big one, not the little one next to me. There we go. Well, I think that gold is lost in the dust. So it goes. Okay, being immune to fire means we can use that to our advantage sometimes. But we'll see what else we can find around here first. Is the Quantum Split wand even good? Or does it just have Quantum Split on it, and that makes it interesting? I need to check. The Quantum Split wand is very good. It's Shuffle, which is unfortunate, but otherwise, it's a very good wand. Alright, we can't go through there, we can't go down. We have some bombs, we might be able to tunnel our way through this little gap. I missed. Sometimes the bad bounces on those make them just absolutely not work with you. Another purple bat monster! We don't like the big purple bats. They're not that bad, they just spawn a lot of dudes that take a long time to deal with. Thankfully, all the little dudes do drop money, so it's not like it's bad for you to fight them, but still. They just take a while. That looks like a dead end here for us. There's probably an item in there, so we can try and blow... Whoop! I just want to set it on fire one time. Well, I failed, so we're gonna leave that one alone then. And work our way down to the bottom. We don't want to go straight out if we can help it. We have a lot of health, as I've said before. The fungal waste can give us a lot of good wand components. That's why we want to go there usually. There's also a treasure chest down here, which might have some nice stuff in it. Improve wands. Oh, nice. That actually might make some of our good wand options even better. Let's change off this one and back, so that should reset it. Yeah, now the fire rate on that is better. That's nice. I still can't hit a single firefly, but there we go. Oof. What is... Oh. Oh. It was a potion. And now, it is a broken, empty potion. Alright. Let's work our way across here still. I'm curious about what kind of things improved wands can do. Because, like we've seen in previous runs, improved wands can add more casts per cast, as well as adding more recast time, or improving recast time and cast delay, and max mana and mana charge. I don't think I've ever seen it change capacity or change shuffle. It's interesting. Oh, it wasn't an improved VOV aim voting option. It's true, it's true. That is outside of your control. Only I can choose how badly I aim. And saying I choose it is also a bit of an overstatement. Yeah, I want to go further west, but we're kind of out of options in this area. If we can get up higher, we might be able to get there, but this is all pretty closed-in ceiling. Let's, don't blow up the barrel, Tirage. That would have been mean. Let's scoot across here and see if there's a way up. There is a way up, but not very far. Well, the flight time on these TNTs is pretty short. We might be able to blow it through the ceiling that way. One more. There we go. Now we're out. There's a lot of dead and on fire things in here, so I guess something happened out here. It might be good for us to just bail and go and put the quantum wand to display, because that thing is weird. But I would like to find something else, because this wand slot is garbage and so is this one. If we can find something decent here, that would help. Watch me, says Tirage. Yeah, I mean, I almost did watch you. You did shoot the barrel, or the box. The likelihood of it blowing up might not have been very high, but you certainly gave it a good try. There are 2 purple bats chasing us, 1 on each side. That's very mean. The bats are melee fighters, so we can kind of hang out in the fire here to have them dive in and hurt themselves. But still, ow. I want to get up here. Oh, why would you do that, friends? I just want to see what's happening. The world is going to get weird for a bit. Alright. It's fine. It's fine, right? Yeah, we don't need to see the world in normal dimensions for a bit. This isn't as bad as it can be. The world's not wobbling side to side too hard, so I'll take what I can get. If we can go up a little bit higher... Nope, I keep forgetting I have no levitation juice. Getting faster levitation is such a nice effect for being able to get around quickly. I always forget how much... Ooh, okay. I always forget how much I like it when I have the opportunity to pick it up. It's just a really nice quality of life ability. Okay, let's make our way around there and see if that ghost has blown himself up yet, if we can pick up his cool wand. I believe the ghosts like that always have wands that you have had previously on other runs. So you can get some pretty ridiculous wands if you manage to not get murdered by the ghost wielding them. We are not getting a whole lot of choices for here, though. If I can tunnel through this, that might work. Well, we found a rat, so we at least tunneled through something. Ah! Darkness wizards, we don't like darkness wizards. You go in the fire. Thank you. Teleporting wizards, we don't like them either. Thankfully, they left on their own accord. Where is that ghost? Aha! Oh. It was just a torch. It wasn't a cool wand at all, it was just a torch. There's a bunch of gold. We'll take it. Oh, teleporting wizard, no thank you. He bleeds teleportation, so he teleports away really commonly as soon as you do anything to him, or anybody does. Okay, let's stay in here. We want to go a little bit further into the actual goop, into the fungal cave. See if we can get a fun thing to play with in there, and I don't know what that spell does. I've seen that kind of, spell that gun. That kind of soldier. I've seen him before, and I have no idea what that attack is supposed to actually do. He casts it at enemies all the time. Oh, spell refresh. Nice. That reloads our dynamite. That might help us actually find some of these items. He casts it at enemies all the time, and I have no idea what it accomplishes. This is the swapping guy, so... Ooh! We gotta be careful, but it seems like he didn't want to swap with us. He just wanted to try and blow us up with a mushroom. Those aren't real Hamis. There's a Hamis spawner right here in the ceiling. I am dying because I'm standing in poison for no reason. One of my better moves today. That guy just covered himself in blood for fun. Okay, here's a wand. It has not anything that exciting, really. I'll swap it for this one because it's better than nothing, but we'll see. Ooh, okay, leave alone. Maybe a goo man's projectile often gets stuck. Yeah, that could be it. The glue thrower guys. But, yeah, I don't know. Ah! Okay, that was really bad. I didn't expect him to jump down there at me. We may need to bail out of here pretty fast now. We just took a lot of damage. And I don't want to die in the fungal caverns again, so... Time to leave, sadly. We can eat some fungus, but there's not really a good fungus spot around here that's not contaminated with other stuff, and there's a bunch of hives. So it is not worth it right now. We need to get out before we die. There's just too much nonsense around here for it to be safe to try and go and get any of those bits. Although, speaking of safe, it's not safe at all. We're kind of stuck in here at the moment, and there are lots of mean friends coming to come say hello. Okay, back down we go. Not a super valuable expedition into the fungal cavern. Yeah. I want to go in there, but it's just a bad idea, so we're gonna leave while we are still alive this time. Instead of waiting until the fungal cavern kills us. What do we have over here? No. No, thank you. We got some chainsaws. We might want those. We got some other bits and pieces, but mostly these aren't that exciting. The wands here are, I mean, it's pretty decent for the stage of the game we're in. They might have been affected by the improved wands. We might have been low enough to the ground that they were close. Firstly, though, we're going to take all these out and we're going to throw them in the pond, because we never want to accidentally cast all these explosive boxes. And I also don't want explosion on slimy enemies for now. Now, if we do take this wand and we put these in here, you'll see what this looks like. It gives them like red and blue temporal variants. And what's interesting about them is that only some of them exist, or rather only one of them can hit. So it gives you like a spread of shot. Oh, treasure rain. More money! It gives you like a spread of shot, but as soon as any of them hit something, they all disappear. So it's pretty neat for giving you some like shotgun ability without actually losing any damage, because it just spreads the projectiles out. I believe if any of them touch anything that would destroy them, they stop existing. But yeah. I'm not entirely clear on exactly what they do. The problem is this is a shuffle wand, so having the triple cast in here doesn't really help us. Shuffle is a real jerk for our ability, or our attempts to make fancy wands. It's probably best to just keep it something like this that has a lot of slow, consistent firepower. Won't burn out our mana that way and we get to do silly things with it. I think I'll keep this one on my main weapon for now. Some of these wands are getting pretty decent though. The problem is they're small. I think it's going to be better for us to just hold on to this one for the time being and probably plan to replace all of these. If we get a good drill, we might put that in here. But I don't think these wands are going to be anything special for us. I'll keep Fire Trail just in case though. And I don't think I want any of these. Do I want the chainsaws? Yeah. Yeah, I'll buy the chainsaw wand. Take the chainsaws out. We're not going to put them in anything for now because we don't really have a way to reliably use them yet. This is actually a decent wand, too, but we'll probably chuck it if we find something better. Let's go look at our perks real quick. More blood, item rate, or wand radar, and projectile repulsion field. Let's do a reroll on that. I don't like any of these either. I'll do one more reroll here. These are all bad. I don't like any of these. One more reroll. Dissolve powders or projectile duplication. You know what? Let's go ahead and take projectile duplication. It's fine. I know at least one person who plays Noita'd who does not like projectile duplication, but I think it works fine, so I'll take it. It gives us a chance to have extra shots at the cost of our shots being a little bit less accurate when they do fire, and also at the cost of making things like teleportation a lot more unreliable, because you're more likely to swing wide. But I don't teleport much anyway, so it shouldn't matter that much for me. And I just like the extra damage potential it gives us. Like this. We fired one bomb, and we get 2 bombs sometimes, so it just helps us dig faster. What do we have here? A bunch of spitter bolts. Has the issue of making your non-shuffle wands shuffle-ish? I don't think it does. Projectile duplication doesn't change the order of casts, it just sometimes makes an extra one shoot. So it doesn't, like, go to the next projectile, it just shoots a duplicate of the thing that you fired in that current shot. That is a lot of snipers. And a turret? Yeah. Alright, let's just chuck a TNT at him, and another one. Problem solved. It breaks the flow of spells if you have double triple cast. Oh, interesting. I haven't encountered that. I guess it counts as being another spell cast, so it tells it doesn't need to cast again? That seems weird to me, but I mean, I believe you. What is this? A lot of stuff, including deadly death cross, so we can't take that one. That will just kill us. What else have we got over here? More gunners and a turret and more guns. Let's just not go that way for now. I'm happy to leave that one alone. Alright. Westward we go. I don't really know if this always cast actually makes our wand any better. It's just a weird effect that I don't get to see very often that's fun to use. Because you can see all the projectiles stop as soon as any of them hit the enemy. So it just kind of gives us some shotgun spread. You say Sniper City making a resurgence. I feel like this third area is almost always Sniper City. It has a lot of different enemies in it, but the ones you see almost all of the time are snipers and those turret guys. They're everywhere in here. Which is too bad, because I do not like fighting them. We can see a worm has had fun in here. Oh, no thank you. The problem we have right now is just that our main weapon is still pretty weak. We have the Really, rat? We have the quantum shot on it, but that doesn't actually make it do more damage. It just makes it easier to hit with. So, at some point, we're gonna hopefully want to try and find something that'll make us a little bit punchier, so we have a better chance of not getting murdered once we find enemies that are gonna do us harm. So, we'll keep rolling around, see what we can find around here. I was hoping we'd be able to get something nice in the fungal cavern, but as we saw, we actually didn't get to check any wands in there, so it's fine. Every tier we go down, we're gonna find better wands, so the odds are on our side as we keep exploring that we'll find something that'll help us stay alive, but not guaranteed. Sea of Random, okay. It's fire! No, it's lava. That's a lot of badness down there. We found the entrance to the magical temple. We are not geared up to go in there. There is an interesting couple things in there. At least one interesting thing that would be fun to go take a look at, but we are not equipped to do it on this run. Ideally, we would have a weapon that could actually, like, damage things by now, if we wanted to go in there. Because there are some big things in there. There's an Uko again, our mortal nemesis this stream. That guy's still following me, huh? Well, thankfully, it looks like some bad stuff happened down there, and he's not alive anymore. What happened here? There's water pouring in from the sky. There's a dead lightning mage over here. We got chased out by a mysterious ghost. A lot has happened in a short amount of time. Now, looks like this is teleportation, yep. So we have to be careful if we want to sneak under here. There is a lot of teleportation down here. There's another one of those hands, which we are not interested in playing with today. It's free gold, so fighting one or two of them isn't too bad, but the problem that we have right now is that Quantum is actually bad at fighting them, because their hands can block our shots, preventing us from hitting them with the actual bullet. And since the Quantum makes the attack much wider, it makes it much more likely that we're going to misfire and fail to actually hit what we're aiming for. This guy does not want to die! I am dead! Uko has killed us again! Come on! I just want to get a good run going here, game. Work with me. It's the constant problem with roguelikes. If you get a good run, you can do some crazy things, but if the fates aren't on your side, it is not going to happen. No kidding. Uko has killed us so many times today. If we look at my overall stats, I've been killed 108 times. 3 times by Uko. 3 times! And I think all 3 of them were in this stream. This is in my entire, like, 200 and something hour history of this game. I've been killed 3 times, and all of them were today. I've been killed 10 times by the Fire Wizard, but this guy has just been my nemesis today. It's crazy. So, yeah. Listen, whatever name, that is true, but there is a lot of randomness involved. Skill can do a lot. I am not that good at this game, for sure, but there is a ton of randomness involved. It might just not be the kind of randomness that prevents you from being able to win. Alright, let's jump in one last time. However long this run ends, when we die, we're gonna be done.